Okay. Go over here. Make sure it's all working. Looks like it's working. Yeah, it says it's rolling. Yeah, okay. Let's go back to YouTube then, and let's cue up our music. Let's do it like this then. Euphoric France mix. Yippee. Nice. Okay, let's start chilling. Gregory Garbanzo. What's up, low life? Getting this party rolling here. Let me just stop. There you go. You caught me shilling out on Discord. The shills. What's new? Been playing some Marvel Rivals, I guess. I got Diamond in Marvel. Oh, oops, knocked my mic. Sorry. I got Diamond in Marvel Rivals Land. It's pretty fun. I've been enjoying that as like a more casual game to play on the side, like on my own time with some friends. But otherwise, life carries on, right? Life carries on. We're back at the Yuzu Bites. Oh, I need to grab a drink is what I need to do. Let me go grab a drink and I'll be good for the stream. That's what I'm forgetting. Need to make sure I got some water. Some water and some other drinky things. There we go. I was forgetting something pre-stream. I always manage to forget like one thing pre-stream. Tried the big arch. Did you get it? The big arch? What do you mean? I'm not too sure what you mean, sorry. Unless you're talking about like what, McDonald's? Oh, yeah. I mean, I just got it as soon as you typed it, or like as soon as I thought of it for a second. I don't know what that is. I mean, is that like a new sandwich? Big Arch, McDonald's. It's a new large burger. What the heck is this thing? What is this Big Arch? Rather enjoyed it, nummy nummy. Hello, Domer. What's up, gamer? You caught me in the beginning of the stream where we're shelling out. It's a quarter. Oh, it's like quarter pounder. Oh, it's like the concept of a Big Mac, but with like quarter pounder buns. Actually sounds pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. That does not sound half bad for McDonald's items, I'll be real with you. Okay, we're gonna shield this server, shield that server. Hello, bro. What's up, gamers? We'll get this popping soon. We'll get into the Yuzu mines here. I just need to, yeah, I'm shilling out the streams on the Discord side of things, and then we'll be set. Self-promo. We love self-promo channels. W game. Thank you. Yeah, we love Under Night 2 here. We've been having fun with it. Uni streams, there we go. There we go. Okay, cool. Now let's set up the stick. Let me get that stick out. There we go. W Greg indeed. Yeah, this is the first time I've seen the YouTube chat pop off this hard on this side, I'm not gonna lie. Greg, do you ever play games with hacked lobbies like in COD? When I was playing Modern Warfare 2, I got invited to a lobby. I was just told it was like a boosted lobby, and I didn't really understand what that was. I didn't really understand what it meant to be like in a boosted lobby when Modern Warfare 2 was coming out. But like at some point I was like Prestige 5, and then like it cheated me to Prestige 6 or something like that, 6 or 7. And then I was like, oh gosh, I kind of left because I was scared. I was scared because I thought like I was gonna get banned, to be honest with you. Like Infinity Ward was gonna ban me. Yo bro, let's have some fun. What's up, gamers? Yeah, what's up, YouTube side of things? Hope you're all having a good time so far. Let me boot up that training mode for us. We in these mines. Hey Greg, what's up, Icebound? Yeah, we're about to get into these Yuzu mines here. Oh, let me turn down the music a little. It's kind of loud. There we go. Yeah, we're just going down the list here, making sure everything is good before we get rolling here. None much. Nice. I've been on that Yuzu grind recently. She's been fun. We are going through the combo trials. You're starting to get successful as some bitch. The YouTube side of stuff is fun. We out here. I still need to. You know what I forgot to do? You know what I forgot to do before this, low life? I forgot to make it so that it shows both chats on the screen for Twitch. And then, I've been playing too much Rivals, man. My free time's been eaten up. I need to like do some like stream maintenance stuff. Get some of that YouTube stuff going as well. People have been picking up on YouTube, especially with like Twitch recently having that one announcement or having like that new ad thing. Like if y'all haven't seen like the Twitch thing that popped up recently, they were like basically just punishing you hard for trying to like alt tab out of the whatchamacallit, alt tabbing out of like ads on Twitch. It's kind of ridiculous. It's like people are over it. I 100% say use like an ad blocker on these things. If you don't use an ad blocker, you're kind of like screwing yourself. I'm having a good day. Are you having a good day? I'm having a great day, to be honest. I had a good dinner before this. Gotta eat out with my family. I'm happy. Now we get to play probably like my current favorite fighting game right now. I'm really enjoying Under Night 2. I've been enjoying the playing the Under Night. I still enjoy Grand Blue, but current changes have made me less fond of it recently. Same, I play Rivals. Rivals is fun. I have like a group. Of people that really like enjoy playing with me as well, like 3 to 4 other people. Or, you know, like 2 to 3 other people, so we're 3 to 4 total, and it's been fun. I even played with CY Sai on his stream yesterday for like a solid 5 hours before I stopped playing. Between him and nothing. It was fun. Nobody's on YouTube, you jerk. JK, give it a second. I don't know if it shows chat history on YouTube. I'm not gonna lie, but let me show you. There are messages. You're not. I'm not. Whatchamacallit? I'm not messing with you. There you go. Though they do exist. I just need to show both. I'm like good. Nice. I'm glad you're having a good week so far. Yeah, it felt like yesterday was Monday and now it's suddenly Thursday. I love that feeling where like a week goes by fast and it's almost the weekend again. Okay, we gotta warm up though. Warm it up. Oh wait, I know what's wrong. I gotta kick back the arms on my chair. I got banned on my main for hacking. Well, yeah. That'll happen. That's why we don't hack. Hopefully you're not hacking still. I'm gonna do the BC on this. Zane put out a new Granblue tier list. You're on 2 accounts though, bruh. They like tracked your IP and banned even your alt. I mean, yeah, especially like on a free-to-play game. I'm not very surprised they would do that. Zane put out a new Granblue tier list. I've noticed he's been playing more. Yeah, Zane has been playing more Granblue recently. What did Zane do? Did he? No, he didn't. Yeah. There's no... I didn't see anything for Zane. Oops, there we go. Game screen. There we go. Proper. I think it's a pretty fair list. I swear to God, if I get banned, one more time, I quit. I mean, yeah, you're cheating on your accounts. This is a pretty good reason to not cheat, gamer. You're really not helping yourself. I think it's a pretty fair list. I didn't see it on Twitter. Post it. Wait, let me take that off the screen. It's a YouTube video? Oh, you made a YouTube video? That is not what I expected. Zane FGC. I know he has a YouTube, I just wasn't too sure how much he used it. Let's pull it up. Oh yeah, my final season 2 tier list. What is the final call? Yeah, 40 minutes. So, what's up, chat? What's up, Melon? We're just looking at the Zane list real fast. Hey, he did better with putting Anila where she belongs. Okay, I gotta give him credit. Just like going crazy. I play on mobile. Is there a mobile Marvel Rivals mobile? Is that a thing? It's not an official mobile thing, but I'm presuming you like cloud game it through like Steam Link then, yeah. Sieg top 8. Is there an argument for him not being top 8? To be honest with you, Icebound, I wouldn't put like from what I'm seeing with his changes, like Percival this high still impresses me. I'd probably move a couple of these down a little wayward. Like if I had to like reasonably guess, I have to pretend Grand is around mid tier. Grand is still reasonably strong, yeah. Can we play Rivals? I ain't much of a Rivals streamer, sorry. My streaming is strictly gonna be like fighting game shenanigans. I play Rivals on the side on my own time. High tier for sure, but not top 8. Like it's like the current like top characters in Granblue feel like not so much of like like levels of dominance, but like some more so that they just the gap between the characters isn't that big, right? I'm just surprised we're putting, yeah, like I don't know, I've made this argument myself, Siegfried over Beatrix, but I still feel like that's probably wrong, and that Beatrix value is just that insane. It's interesting how he values this, because like, yeah, it's like Zeta being this high is impressive. I think Grand is strong if you find an opening and capitalize on it with optimization and resources. I mean, Grand optimization isn't too hard either, and like he does have good metered like cash outs, right? Yeah, like metered cash outs for Grand are nothing to like sneeze at. I have an iPad and a PS4 too. Does Marvel Rivals even play on PS4? I'm gonna be real. Marvel Rivals PS4. Oh, it does. Okay. Interesting. I'm surprised it makes it the PS4. But Grand's ability to convert, there's nothing to sneeze at. He just has some awkward ranges, to be honest with you, so I think he's still kind of slept on. But I see why he would be lower. I'm bad at controller. Yeah, using a controller for shooting games is not easy. Anyone that could do that, it's like legitimate. Like, if it's like not heavily aim assisted, then like controller aiming is very rough. Zoe, I mean Zoe makes sense, but like I don't know. I'm surprised Versusia is this low too. It's like if we're gonna value Siegfried stuff, Siegfried losing 2M 214H is cringe. Yeah, like Siegfried got some good changes, but then he also got some like odd changes. It's not consistent. It's really not consistent. I don't know why this is not uni BC game. It's okay. We're just looking at a tier list real fast. It's tier list. It's content. It's okay. Yeah, it's just the Zane because he's been playing recently. Zoe's strong now. Zoe's unironically strong. Yeah, she is very more basic arguably, but stronger for it. Yeah, I'm good with it. The problem is the screen movement. I turn left, auto left turn. Like it doesn't turn smoothly is what I'm presuming that means. Slingshot. X characters are where they belong. Yeah, the EX characters are like weird to, honestly, they're kind of weird to judge. I would put like X Jito like down here in Met tier, maybe even X Grand or X Narmaya, and then like maybe X Grand somewhere in like B tier, just because he has good damage. That's about it. It turns on its own. That's weird. Yeah, I never really got in the mobile side. 2B and A. I think she is just very solid. She is like the truest sense of a jack of all trades. Like, I know she doesn't have 6XL, so it's a bit of the detriment in that way, but the dash basically makes up for it. Her dash is pretty strong if you don't check it appropriately. But I don't think it's that worst spot for her, to be real with you. X Grand has better damage than Grand, but a lack of Fireball is wild. The ability to enforce that damage is why I would put it lower. He does have good cash outs, but he's very simple to play around. How's it going though, Greg? It's going good, noob. We're just looking at a Zane tier list because it got brought up. We're chilling, I can make a video on the turning thing. Go for it. You can take a look. What do we have here though? Meg, yeah, like Meg falling off doesn't surprise me. UL this low is wild. Like, yeah, like looking at like immediate outliers, UL this low is insane. The Kala this low is kind of insane. I always bring up random stuff. Why not? It's fun. It's content, baby. It's content. But yeah, UL being this low after her buffs is just objectively wrong. I'm curious about his reasoning, but like, I think that's just wrong as like a get-go. Does he explain it? Does he have like a UL section? I'm curious. I really wish he like segmented the video. We can kind of see it if we go this way. Stevo, JF, UL. I'm still looking. Yeah, UL's okay. He's got like a second. This is kind of disorganized, unfortunately. Is he just going? He's just going down like A to B, so it'll be like back here. A number 2 on Rivals leaderboard. But you're getting banned for hacking. But you're getting banned for hacking though. Something's not adding up here, then, gamer. Like we're almost at the UL section. Where is it? He really does not value UL. Search me up. Slingshot Bly blocks. Slingshot Bly blocks. I see a Roblox account. Why are you on this account if that's your account then, gamer? Now, let me go to this channel. What is this channel now? I think you're just a fan account, gamer. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I was gonna say. You can comment on that account and I'll believe it. I think you're just a fan account.
He has a chance.
Wow, you actually put UL this slow. I can't believe it.
For B tier, UL.
Here it is.
UL. Invincibility on backflip stance. Cool. Great. Unreactable overhead. Cool. Great. Why, dude? What, you thought there was more? There really isn't. Even with the invincibility, good. The invincibility going backwards is nice, but you probably need some invincibility going forward, so that you can get the pressure going. That's probably more so what she needs, rather than backing away.
I'm talking about the 6 frame 2M
in the future, but for now, unfortunately, for the followers of the Yip Yip.
Yeah, he really does not understand the significance of the 6 frame 2M then. On top of sure, the backflip on some matchup is not that important. It's really not that important for some matchups. Like I know Anila versus UL, the back dash just doesn't really matter, but it's like everything else. And being able to enforce that game plan is not too bad for UL. And then she just needs to play a bit more patiently in some matchups, and that's about it. Getting to that win con state, it's not too hard in Grand Blue Land. Greg Toes, full free. What's up, Foom? UL is annoying, top tier, maybe not, but a good character, yeah. I would still put her way higher. The ability to play Grand Blue specifically is something UL is really strong at, and that she really takes good advantage of system mechanics. She has really good BC setups if she gets that knockdown, and then she also gets just really good 6XL distance, right? The 6XL 2M is basically very hard to contest for a lot of characters, because especially for how low 2M goes, it's very hard to contest that properly. It's Ramadan, why are you not fasting? I'm not Muslim. I don't have that faith, gamer. UL got great control of the Grand Blue Zone. Yeah, exactly. You didn't see the Greg Toes? Yeah, I'm sure Fumika has that video stored away. Back when I had the Anila cam, we had 5 seconds of Greg feet because Fumika begged for 2 years. JK, it's okay. Yeah, we were not practicing that. He actually has it saved. Muslim Greg Arc 2027, inshallah. Couldn't be me, gamer. Sorry. I love pork too much. Early spot dodge 6XL, but that requires that hard read. You're not gonna have that level of hard read, let's be real here. Mashallah. Bacon tastes too good. I already broke it today. I just ate a sandwich that had 3 types of pork in it. We're already screwed. Yeah. Oh, I ain't gonna like this one. I'm noob at PC. It's not too bad. It's not too bad if you get into it. Though I guess getting a PC right now has to be very, very rough. Yeah, doing PC right now because of the RAM and all the shortages is very rough to build. Did you see the Greg feed? I got that mind's eye. I got that mind's eye to read my opponent's habits. This is a year ago? There's no way this is a year ago.
Oh, put it away!
I mean, I guess that's when I was with Chujitsu, yeah. I'm pro on mobile. The mobile king. The thoughts? Saved for later. Yeah, amazing. 10 out of 10. Yeah, that's the true Greg lore right there. Yeah, you saw my foot go crazy. And enjoy it. I gotta lock in my gamer aptitude now. Real Greg fans, hashtag Greg only fans. I mean, Fum's been around. To be fair, Fumika has been around for like years at this point. He saw the Strive arc, okay? At that, and he's known me before. We've known each other even before streaming. Like, it was like a solid 5 years at that point before I started streaming. So, yeah, Fum truly is the OG. It's funny to say. Did you play PSP? I did play that PSP. I have it still. I can go grab it upstairs. It's still like, yeah, we still have it ready to go. It's 3 a.m. for me. You're like, yeah, you're 10 hours ahead of me. You're way ahead of. It is 5:47 p.m. for me. You're like way ahead of my time zone.
Oh. Fumika just subscribed for 10 months.
What is this?
What else can I say? Absolutely marvelous. Stupendous. Utterly amazing. I'd say. The scale, the size, the shape all perfect. The perplexing scent may seem, to put it in the peasant's language, nasty, at first, but as you truly realize the beauty of feet, it grows on you.
Thank you, Film. Thank you for the 10 months of subs, but that's probably the last of the feet reveals that's happening, you know? I think we're good on reveals for a long while. The agents. The allure of it is probably gone now, let's be real. I did I did faceless streams for like how many years at that point? PSP's that gas, Greg. I like the PSP generation, and I like the original DS generations. Like, yeah, like that 2000s, like mid 2000s arc of handhelds was so good. Loved my DS as a kid. I love my PS. I bought the PSP personally. That's like one of those things I saved up to buy for myself, right? The PSP plus some games. It was good. Oh, come on. What am I doing wrong? Well, that's just kicking it up, obviously. Is it just going that far because I'm doing BC? Do I actually have to do the aerial C delay? Ah. I don't like that delay. It's so weird. It feels like if I delay it, like, I don't have that timing to hit this right now. I really don't. Dang it. Let's warm up. I want to warm up on some of the previous ones, I guess. Let's like warm up on this one.
I'm hungry.
Not Kiriko. Oh, shoot. I love that personal, or I love that one personally because of the Marine. Down C, down C. Dang it. holding it. I need to not hold it. I just need to hit it. Greg, what's up, Hit Point? How you doing? We on that uni grind as per usual. Doing height. Just doing. Just doing. Yeah, fair enough. Just doing. Yes. just yeah. Yeah. Oh, dash B, dash B, dash B. I'm like holding it. I'm trying not to hold it, but like I'm like brain farting, dang it. Okay. I focus on not brain farting and it can kind of work. There we go. Okay. I won't be giving the entire story of woe. It is in the past and the future. We live in the now. True and real. That's the way to approach it, to be honest. There we go. I'm feeling much better about it already. Dang it. Too late? Oh no, yeah, I did too late. Yeah, the best way to approach these things is just say you got through it, right? Not too much to worry about nowadays. Check out that hat. I need to get a haircut soon again. It's starting to grow out a little crazy. I like having it longer, my hair longer, but it can easily get crazy. Okay. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Greg good. Get good, yeah. I'm trying to get good. I gotta get like that timing down. I was like way too off, yeah. Too slow. I gotta trust it. Greg, will you grow your hair out like a barbarian, become extremely feral? I don't know if you saw me from Combo Breaker last year, Lethal, or Low Life rather. I had a like giga grown out for like last year. It wasn't barbarian, but it was definitely like hillbilly. did you see Hubert? I know who Hubert is. I haven't really seen him recently, no. In Hawaii, it is illegal to put coins in your ears. Guess I'm getting arrested in Hawaii. They'll never stop me from stuffing coins in my ears. They'll never stop me from stuffing coins in my ears. I love to stuff things until I'm sure you do. I do too. Well, we have common interest. We have common interest, Slow Life. Dang it. I buffered it wrong, dang it. I need to buffer it better. Hope you've been not doing good though tonight, Rice. Ah, right idea. Yeah, that was just a little too slow for the follow-up. A little late. I'm like struggling on this dash B. It's like I can't get that buffer right. I really can't get this buffer right. Yeah, it's like a tight window. There we go. Is that anime? Yeah, this is a pretty anime game. This is Under Night in Birth 2 System Celeste. Or basically Uni 2 for short. Do you watch anime shows? Since I was like 10, gamer. Yeah, since I was like 10 or so. 20 years later, still in that hole. I do enjoy the anime medium, yes. I think my favorite series is still Legend of the Galactic Heroes, though. Such a good series. YouTube comments? Yeah. Yeah, I'm reading on the YouTube side of things, Rice. Because I need to make an overlay so that the chats show for both, to be honest. I really wish it was like showing for both chats. What's your favorite anime show? Probably with the Legend of the Galactic Heroes series. Like, unironically, it's such a great series. Like, it ended where it needed to end, but there's like a lot of content to chew through. It's like one of my favorite series to come back and revisit. What's your favorite show that's not anime? kind of selling that I don't really watch non-anime, to be real with you. I'm not too big on regular TV. It's more of like I kind of like the fact that it's like shorter episodes, so I'm not just sitting there staring at my screen only watching. I couldn't really tell you I don't know, I'm gonna hit you with the generic Breaking Bad. Probably just the generic Breaking Bad, I'll be real with you. Maybe Better Call Saul if you want to go down that path too. But personally, I think Breaking Bad's more iconic. And Dexter, I grew up with Dexter, I just didn't care for it. Yeah, like a lot of my shows are like based around the 2000s, 2010s at that point for that reference. What's your favorite game? Of all time, it would have to be... Why not use a restream bot to have both comment show here? Because it costs money, and I'm a cheap ass. I'm basically pretty cheap when it comes to restream, right? Ideally, I would like to do it for free and not have to pay, first and foremost. But yeah, that service is paid currently, and I'm not a big fan of paying. It does lame. Yeah, if it wasn't paid service, I would. So I'm looking at like the free options for like cross stuff. The Sopranos is legendary. I don't think I've ever watched Sopranos. Favorite game though definitely has to be, it's probably Unreal Tournament 2004. That game is iconic for me. Yeah, Unreal Tournament 2004 was a nice blend of like getting into the nitty gritty like Quake FPS aspects, but then also having like a lot of different game modes to play on as well. Like the concept of onslaught mode, which is like attack defense sort of thing, was very fun. It was like the first iteration of attack defense I ever played in a game, and I enjoyed the custom maps on it. My favorite game is Roblox on Minecraft, or something that's like a game based on Demon Slayer, like the arena fighter one. Do you watch the show Demon Slayer? Yeah, I've read the manga, and then I read the manga beforehand, and then I'm watching the movies come out in real time, right? Yeah, waiting for those movies. Those movies. I'm willing to wait a long time for Demon Slayer movies because they're good quality. What's your favorite character? Actually, favorite character. I'm gonna be real, I don't really care for the character cast in Demon Slayer too much. They're kind of all very generic, so it's just like pick your personality trait that you like. I'm more in it for the action. I mean, I'm gonna just hit you with the generic, hit you with like that Genya pick because he just decides to shoot people and it's funny. But I'm not in it for the characters, yeah, I'll be honest with you. I'm in it for like the good sword fights. I like Nezuko. Yeah, Nezuko coming out and helping is pretty cool too. I like that. Yeah, coming out with like the demon fight, or yeah, coming out to help with the fight against the Upper Moon was pretty sick. I can see it. Boomer shooter for Greg? Yeah, I mean, it's true. Back in my day, that wasn't even a boomer shooter. That was just a shooter. I just have the best memories on that game overall. And even when I play it more recently, it kind of holds up. It's a bit dated in some aspects, but I mean, I think that's fine. I think it's fine. Dang it. But yeah, the boomer shooters are probably what I grew up on, and that's what I'm going to be fond of when it comes to those sort of games. As you can tell between like everything about me, I'm kind of like 2000s, and it shows. The music taste, the games, the animes I like, all that jazz. There's a lot that's pretty 2000 coded. It was an interesting time in like retrospect. In retrospect, it was an interesting time period. It's hard to explain in the moment, but like it's like felt like it was gonna be like future society. It really did. Everything. I don't know how to describe it accurately. I'm not the best at describing cultural things like this. But it really felt like stuff was like leaning towards like that chromium, like chrome looking future sort of thing. That feel the 2000 styles, everything was like pushing towards it. Even in like, if you look at like some of the music, right? You see like EDM starting to pop off in like multiple genres, that sort of thing. Electronic, in other words, right? Like as a genre was an interesting case coming out. You did not really see too much about it. Hold up, we can go like you've. Go like over here. We'll do it like this. What do we got? Euphoric cast. What's this one playing? Oh. I like hard style, but we'll save that for the later part of the stream. We chillin'. Okay. I've already done this combo a couple of times. Let's get back to the grindstone of 5-4. I just wanted to lock it in. Oh, not 2C. And that it's like super. It's like a half second. It really said half second of delay. Okay. It really said half second delay for that. Fuck. Dang it, dang it, dang it. We need an Anila Jam emote to vibe with the music. Ah, that would be good. That would be good. Ooh, I gotta find one that commissions like... I either need to like to do that myself and get like the Rat Jam and put like the Anila ears on it. I need to put like the Anila like horns on it or something, and then like just Rat Jam but Sheep Jam. Well, that would be sick. That would be sick for like these moments where we just like lock in and we're listening to the music. Yeah, I know. I have a habit of just like locking in. It would be perfect for that. That would be hype. I wonder if I can ask Awesome about it. I would be down to ask Awesome about it. It would be nice. It would be a good emote slot too. We could put like in the animated slot emote. It would be perfect. Shit, Greg. What's up, Low Live? Dang it. 1, 2, 1. It's like a very specific delay timing I'm messing up here. One, two, one. Too early. Dang. Ah, I'm messing up. I'm just messing up the buffer. That was just a me moment. Ah, okay. I didn't do the full down. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm like right there. I'm like literally just one proper down input to hitting it. Making some drunk mac and cheese, Gregover. Getting blasted on a Thursday. The mac and cheese does sound nice, but getting the add some like bacon bits or like some shredded chicken or both, and that would be like a pretty good meal. Dance. You know, I ain't never scared. Why would you be scared of bacon and chicken? Okay, I'm getting to focus. 1, 1, 2, 1, delay. There we go. I mean, getting turned on a Thursday. Oh. It's not about being scared to do so. I always just say it's bad timing. Your toe up. Ah. I messed up the cadence. Oh, I did. Oh, I TK'd it. No, I didn't. Huh. I'm like TKing it real badly now, dang it. I'm overextending. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. I just messed up. Goregu san Chapo-kun. What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? Another day, another Yuzu combo grind. I think today, though, if we have people interested in lobby, I will host, though. It's about time I start taking this a little into practice. Chill vibes, Greg. Chill vibes indeed. And a dumb random US law fact now. What do you got? The person could describe my day as long but overall alright. Dragged on, but you're home now chilling. Well, it's done now, right? It's done now. Instead, I will describe my day in the most esoteric spectrum disorder me way I can. Good, but also bad. I wouldn't call that spectrum. I would just call that millennial speak. I did oh yeah, the Hawaii fact in chat, yeah. Indeed, the Hawaii fact with coins in your ears. But I would dare say describing something as good is just very millennial coded. It kind of just fits the millennial code. It was a bad day because I left work early yesterday and came in early to compensate, so I was tired, so naturally I went to sleep early yesterday and I've been awake since 2 a.m. I'm surprised you're not passed out at this point, I'm gonna be real. It was a good day because I went to the lab for City of the Wolves and I'm having a lot of fun with those combos. And Ultra Kill Layer 8 released. I think I mentioned that. And to be tagged. Ninja Gaiden 4 DLC. They already have DLC for that game? They're like actually like doing fast stuff for it. I remember talking about it like in the fall, right? In the fall for Ninja Gaiden. Just like as the base game. They're fast. I thought it was done. Yeah, honestly. Because character action games are usually just the base game. Some bug fix patches. Yeah, it's like Sekiro, right? Going like the Sekiro, like just go crazy. At least one new weapon per character and some new end level missions, which is nice for you since they only have one weapon. New stuff, yippee! Yakumo, they're given a dumb-looking double-lit sided scythe that turns into a big typical anime scythe because life has many doors. Edge Boy, but they all lead into anime games having a scythe weapon. Yeah, obviously we blame Soul Eater. Yeah, all roads lead to Soul Eater scythe weapon. Smile. 2009 never left us, you know. 2009 lives on in the hearts of anime scythe weapons. Do you like your mom? Yes, I love my mother. Yes, I have a loving mother and father. Yes. Soul Eater is the most mid-anime I remember exclusively to hate it more than it's even rememberable. You may like the manga more, but I guess if the premise doesn't interest you, then yeah, GG's at that point. I think Soul Eater was definitely like a product of its time. Soul Eater was unironically a product of its time. It was very like 2008, 2009 coded. Sorry? I'm gonna be sorry about. It's just a funny question to read. I'm okay with the premise, I just vibe with Dumber. I don't know. I won't tell you. I'm not gonna try and convince you to like it otherwise, right? Characters are all interesting or boring is a problem. They did Black Star dirty. If you're considering the characterization of it, then you may actually like the manga. Good luck, keep going, and it looks like a fun game. Bye. See ya, Liam. Thank you for dropping by. Blue-haired Naruto? He's more than blue-haired Naruto, yeah. Like, you see, even him being described as blue-haired Naruto is doing him dirty. Does the manga end better than the anime? No, the anime was an anime-specific ending. You may unironically like the manga better. It's a bit rough on the art style in the beginning because he just got his bearings, but like, in terms of characterization, it's way better, yeah. It is way better, yeah. I think if you're interested in the premise and you're just like your main thing was characterization, like Black Star is not just blue-haired Naruto in the manga. He does have a bit more he's a bit deeper on his characterization. Like when he fought the one dude that was like the #1 warrior, that fight is like completely different in the anime than it is in the manga in the sense of like what the stakes were, right? Like I won't spoil anything, but like they did blue hair Naruto dirty because he's not blue hair Naruto. He really isn't. Just in general, because of like, yeah, unfortunately that's like one of like the well-known cases of like the anime having to rush along to complete a deadline. For better or for worse, right? Stylistically, it's still cool to watch, but like, yeah, plot, characterization, definitely go read the manga. And the ending, that's the canon ending for the series as well, not just the botched together anime ending. I remember two things about the anime: Death of King's axe kicking blue-haired Naruto into the concrete, because I hate that version of the character, so that was satisfying. Yeah. The way the ending fight well ended, being the dumbest son. Yeah, no, they cobbled together that ending. That ending was stupid. No, I agree. They have to fight anyway, they're losing. One surface grabs a postcard that says courage, and that was courageous enough to bet the man of being scared because people were going to die for what they believe in wasn't courageous. Courage. Chaos. Yeah, honestly, very cheesy. Super shonen, but yeah, cheesy. I'll keep in mind to read the manga at some point. I think it's way more enjoyable. Like, honestly, if you just want to like show someone like what it means to like a shonen-esque anime, I feel like Soul Eater is fine as a starting point, especially if they're interested. Especially if they're interested in like the whatchamacallit, the premise, right? Being interested in the premise would be that sort of thing. I'm fine with cheese and shonen and power of friendship. You just gotta try to be good in the anime. Soul Eater definitely didn't. Too much to try and condense down. I'm not fine with shonen, I lied, but that's besides the point. Yeah, I mean, if you're not... Part of it could just be not liking shonen, to be fair. I'm not gonna bat for the ending of Soul Eater, but I don't think the beginning parts of Soul Eater were that bad. I think they were quite enjoyable, but it's shonen. Shonen's gonna shonen, right? Power of friendship, teenage angst, butting heads, very shonen. I like JJK at least, but we'll see how that goes. It's not just waiting for the anime. I'm liking, I guess it's ongoing. You got combo yet, brother? We got a couple of combos here. We've been working on the 5-1s here. Like, we've just been practicing some of these concepts, but these plink holds. We're getting there, we're getting there. Smile. Well, as soon as I say... this is like a specific timing, hold up. There we go. Oh, not dash C. We're working on it, TM, but we've been... Yeah, like honestly, that dash B, the dash B in a 236 is what's messing me up right now. Like, doing that consistently is hard. It's paced reasonably, stuff happens, and I think the teams are all better written than most. UG has some real reactions to things. But yeah, today's goal is trying to do some 5-4 shenanigans. We also got like a throw combo at some point too. It was like the dash C cancel. I'm not a big fan of dash C cancel that early. I need to practice it still. If people start popping up, I'll hop in too just to chuck some fireballs. Probably like in another 50 minutes or so. Like, yeah, 2 hours in, I'll host it. It's like a very specific delay that I'm messing up. COTW combos are at least tearing rocks. I'm finding very fun. Games universal goofy EX specials, canceling the EX specials. EX and the EX, smile. There we go. Like, yeah, like that dash B is what I need to work on. Do you have any pets? I have one Chihuahua. Yeah, we got one Chihuahua. Oh, wait. Oh, I see what you're doing. You have a Satan spawn affectionate? Yeah. Can you show me your Chihuahua? No. I'm not showing him on stream now. Honestly, hold up. You are sus.
This is the soul of music.
Hold up. There we go. We are going to practice etiquette. We're going to practice good stream etiquette on this. That's prying for like security answer questions, to be honest. You have a Satan spawn though? Yes, we do. Greg, are you a fan of Blade? Etiquette? I'm screwed. Nah, it's just prying for security question sort of things. That is going next with that one. Are you a fan of Blade though? I watched the movie when I was younger and I like the soundtrack. Honestly, the main thing I take away from Blade is the soundtrack, right? Like, yeah, like that soundtrack is what's interesting to me. Like Blade. Like, yeah, like unironically, just this, right? This is what got me into it, yeah.
Rave time machine.
This is like a remix of it. That beat was from Blade? Yeah, that's the Blade. That is the Blade beat on one. And there's like, there are so many like mixes. Like here, I'll show you, right? There are so many mixes just based on like Blade, the Blade itself, right? You got this mix that just popped up. You got Blade Techno 2, Techno Blade Blood Rave. Like honestly, very iconic for what it did. I recognize it from a Code Geass parody. Nope, it's not the parody. It is Blade. This is the OG. Well, this isn't the OG, but like everything is derived from Blade. Acid techno, honestly, like as like the acid techno track. Oh, you see, like another, yeah, Blood Rave set here. You just keep going. Got a whole thing in here. Is there like a? No, there isn't a song list. Dang it. I know the guy didn't make it for his Brit series, just you never knew where it was from. Fair enough. Fair enough. But welcome to Blade, baby. Everything is Blade. Alright. Yeah, let's go back to the 5-4 though. I need to... It's like doing that last 2-3-6-A at the end is what ultimately is screwing me. Oh, I hit D. No. One. Too late. Okay, there we go. That was like proper timing. What's that? I'm like messing up the 2-1-4 timing. Yeah, it's like multiple hits. Okay, I did that wrong. I just messed up the buffer. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm messing. Like, it needs to hit like 3 times, I think, on that. So if I'm already screwed if I. Yeah, like that's already screwed. That's like, yeah, that's the proper 2-1-4 edge. What's up, V? Hope you've been doing good. Yeah, I saw that Byakuya post yesterday. Almost on that S rank, baby. Nice stuff. Dang it. I did it too early. I've been feeling good about my play for the most part today. Good stuff. It's always a nice feeling, right? Nice feeling seeing your hard work pay off. I'm in that stage myself right now. No! AB, I messed up. So close. I've been feeling good though. I'm glad you've been feeling good. I'm just very locked in on trying to hit this combo right now. I've been seeing the Yuzu progress. We're getting there, right? I feel like I have an idea of how I need to convert hits now, right? Like, I feel like I have an idea of what I need to be doing. My actual execution of that in game is probably going to be sucky still, but at the end of the day, I at least know what I need to do beforehand instead of second guessing, right? Kind of like a big boon. I'm very much a if you ever feel like, you know, anxious about your results on something, I'm very much a huge practitioner of work so hard you can't even like feel anxious about your progress. You can't afford, you work so hard, you work past the feeling of anxiousness, right? That sort of thing. That's my current end goal with Yuzu. I want to get to a point of competency with her where I don't feel anxious about my, like, oh, am I executing right? I can at least say, okay, I executed right, or okay, I executed wrong, and like adjust, right? But doing enough work to get to that baseline of competency is like my current goals. It's why I've been like on this grind, right? Especially for a player like me, I'm really bad at prioritizing mechanical practice, and it shows sometimes. Especially if it's like too simple. If it feels too simple, I get bored and my eyes start glossing towards the back of my head, right? So having something this complex while doing, not complex, but hard to execute, I guess, is more interesting to me, and it keeps me engaged for longer, right? Like having something that feels like I'm have to stop myself, not because I want to stop, but because physically I'm sore, is a great feeling for someone like me that usually can like clock out before I even reach that point. So playing a character that like enables that is very fun. I find her super enjoyable. I think she's been the kind of character that I needed in my life to like make this genre interesting to me again. There you go, see. Like, it's cool, right? I like improving on aspects that I feel weak on, and ever since I've been playing fighting games, my execution side of things has definitely felt weaker, right? So doing something that gets me out of that comfort zone is something I've enjoyed. It's been so fun though. I just enjoy having something to lock in on. Oh, risky. Is grinding out combos just learning measures on your instrument before joining the band? More of like just implementing muscle memory. My thought process is muscle memory, right? There are certain pattern oh my gosh. there are certain patterns that will pop up that one needs to master a character in a fighting game, right? Like I've broken this down before, right? But like these sequences that have happened before have like keep happening. Like this dash C into like this dash C portion has happened a couple of times. This dash B thing has happened a couple of times. The way that I think about it is just developing the muscle memory for each individual piece and then just swapping those pieces around depending on what you need, right? And that's like the concept of grinding out combo theory. I couldn't tell you about measures on an instrument. I'll be real with you, I've never played an instrument to that degree. But I like to think of it as just understanding the puzzle pieces of a character and knowing how to swap them all together. Like Grand Blue's a really good example of it because it's a lot simpler in comparison. The piece, like understanding how your pieces work together to combo is ideally your end game for that, is that it's so intuitive that you don't even second guess yourself. You just have to realize that, oh, that was the point. I needed to do the dash B. I needed to put the dash B part into the slash ending. Or in this case, I need to in order to keep the combo going, I needed to do a 2-3-6-A up close to juggle them even more effectively. That sort of thing, right? That sort of thing, and just understanding where I don't have to second guess myself. I just know in the heat of the moment. So the only thing I really have to say is, oh crap, I dropped that part. Not so much, oh, did I know that that piece needed to go there? I'm in that like developmental stage still of like, I need to know where these pieces need to go. Working on that execution is like helps with the understanding, in my opinion, right? It's kind of just thinking about how it all works together while you're grinding the combo. It keeps me engaged. It keeps me engaged enough I go quiet because I'm just thinking about it, to be honest. I agree, I kind of had that issue with Strive. 1100 hours in, I just got like bored to the point where I was fine with the high damage because it meant the game would end quicker. Yeah, it's kind of how I feel with Anila, right? It's like, I could definitely improve my Anila combos, to be frank with you. There's some like micro optimizations I could make to like get absolute value out of her. I just get bored. I just get bored with it because it's just so simple. It's like, I don't care. It's like, okay, instead of getting 40% of this combo, you could actually get 43%. Like, I don't care. When you've seen like a game state so many times, like, you've seen that game state so many times that like the micro optimization is basically the only thing to do, instead of like the character basically just having that like the execution barrier instead. It gets boring to me. It's like, okay, I don't care anymore. I really don't care. But having a character like Yuzu, where even like the top players are struggling with her execution occasionally, basically is what will keep me invested longer term, in my opinion. I like finding the little micro optimizations in training mode that can only happen so many times. There are some small things, but like I find them more as like a pleasantry than as something I want to directly find. That's what happens when they got all the fun stuff out to get the casual crowd. Yeah, exactly, right. I started to feel the downside of the casualization arising when you get to that point too, right? Where it's like I don't even have too much, like you could like I could like talk up a storm about system mechanics, but then like the age-old advice, okay, just ignore everything else, focus on yourself. But then like I focus on myself in the game and it's like, my character is very simple. She's way too simple. Effective, but sometimes the game plan for her is effectively doing less. Trash cans legacy moves and mechanics, but they keep risk. Oh, for Strive. Yeah, Strive. Shit. Vanigans. Yeah. It's just not as engaging at some point. It really isn't. We'll see how I fare with the Uni 2 by like that point too. I'm very engaged right now. I do enjoy it. But like, the end game, I can visualize the end game of this and like how much time I could spend just grinding combos in comparison to like grinding like execution stuff is like a kind of just a permanent thing versus like it feels like in Grand Blue I'm like 95% of the way there, but like the last things are just the micro optimizations and keeping my muscle memory fresh. Oh my goodness, it's like a tap. That's a weird combo. is a weird combo. But if I get past that, everything else is the same. I just need to work on this specific part then. Just vibe a little. Okay. Oh, that's so weird. That feels so weird. Oh, that feels so weird. That feels so weird. I need to get the timing. I need to get like the timing on the down C. Lobby tonight? Yeah, 100% I'll be hosting tonight. Half an hour. Give me like half an hour, Chris. Yeah. I'll make a pen for it. 30 minutes until lobby. Yeah. There we go. Okay, I put like a little pin just to mark it. They lower the skill floors needed at the start, and that's fine for 1-2 years, but what's going to keep people engaged playing after that? The veteran player is already miles ahead, and the newbie isn't going to be green forever. I think that's why they shake up system mechanics, right? That's basically like their answer is shake up system mechanics. Like Strive has definitely got like the most casino changes of like all the modern games, right? As far as I'm aware, Strive like system changes have changed dramatically between each season, right? Between like the Wild Assaults versus like what's like season 1 just being kind of a little bare bone, season like 2 and 3 having the Wild Assaults, right? And then whatever it is now. I'll admit I haven't really paid attention post Wild Assault, but I know it's changed at some point. So like the unironic answer they come across is system mechanics, and it's like, say what you will, I guess, right? But it feels more like Clown Fiesta changes and like long-term stuff. I don't really get it. I don't personally get it. Dang it, I didn't tap it. Yeah, I didn't tap it appropriately. And I double tap BC, so it would have came out like that. That's not it. I tried to go immediately to the see, that's not it. I don't know what the answer is long term, to be real with you. Like, if they're not going to build like a robust game, it's easier said than done to have characters with that level of depth or interest, right? It really is. Like, Uni isn't a very fine balance, and like currently even that balance is a little lopsided if we ask some of the veteran players of Uni with like, you know, meter gain and a 50-50 shenanigans. Like, that's not what people define as like older Uni, that sort of thing. So even like Uni 2 suffers from that sort of conundrum where it's like system mechanics are overbearing. Can be the overall system changes can be overbearing. Well, I do have enough time, but I did like B, right? No, it came out of C. That's not it. I get bored of Strive only after like 300 hours. Potemkin piss me off too much. Yeah, honestly, that's like the other side of it. Like, a character can be so overtuned it just throws you off the entire track. I feel you in that regard. You definitely have some stuff. Was this before or after he was top 1? Yeah, top 1 Potemkin does not sound fun, I'm gonna be real. I would put it in the same tier as top 1 Happy Chaos. That just doesn't sound fun. It really doesn't. One throw and the game is over. What's that timing? Okay, I just messed up the timing. As soon as her feet hit the ground, I can have it buffered. I'm not a big fan of like that damage scaling either. It's kind of the issue I have with Grand Blue as well, where people are talking about like certain characters being so high damage in the game. And it feels ridiculous because it feels like 99% of the cast has like that same level of damage, give or take a few differences, right? Like minor differences, but the game feels so high damage anyway. It's like it feels all the same to me at this point. Like even like when Anila was considered a low damage character by like Grand Blue standards would still be like high damage over in Uni 2 land in comparison, right? She could still 3-touch people, maybe 4-touch, depending on like what you got. But I don't know, just playing like Uni 2 is gonna be in perspective, like watching top level Uni 2, I guess, because I'm not playing optimal Uni 2, obviously. Watching the high level Uni 2 in terms of like what can like blow you up or not in comparison and how bad a blow up is does not feel nearly as bad as Grand Blue does, where you just get like killed for some asinine shit. Command Grad's being thrown in bold and then adding armor onto it and then making the plus on block pressure reset a projectile so he's no longer pushed back was a choice they all made. Yeah, honestly, it's dartboard balancing just does not seem fun. And I'm just not a big fan of those approaches either. Can I? No, I can't. Okay. Then lo and behold, they overtuned him into the moon. He was busted. Yeah, it's stupid. It really is stupid, right? Sometimes there is such a thing as overextending these things. I feel like a lot of like bad choices that are happening in fighting games is like focusing too much on character changes and not enough on system changes. Like Street Fighter 6 has been in like the same drive rush low that they've been in since the beginning. Grand Blue, y'all know how I talk about 6XL and Brave Counter and Grand Blue land. Even if they've been touched slightly over the years, like they've been touched slightly and nerfed slightly, it's still very over-encompassing or overbearing of like system mechanics. And then you also have Tekken 8 Season 2 moment. Like the system mechanics are like end up being like some of the biggest issues. But then we overextend on character changes and we just get some very ridiculous characters on top of it. It just doesn't feel too fun. It really doesn't. Are we doing a lobby later? Yeah, in about, I put a pin for like a timer. Yeah, in about 20 minutes. 20 minutes, yeah, I'll host it tonight. I definitely need to be doing some lobbying. Just, yeah, 20 minutes to like go get some food and water, do your business, and I'll get it rolling. There we go. Tekken 8 was my first Tekken, and I quickly switched back to Tekken 7. Yeah, Tekken 8 sucks. I know people have not been satisfied with Tekken. Like, in talking about characters over there, Reina, I think her name was, Miss 50/50. Like, ridiculous mix, 50/50 woman. She's not fun to play against either, from what I've been told. That sort of thing. Dang it. Dang it. It's like weird, isn't it? But just a lot of the current state of these games are not looking hot. I really, yeah, this is like a more like I'm not as inundated in fighting games, right? But like I guess my hot take is that these system mechanics need to change first and foremost across the board. System mechanics holding it are like kind of holding a lot of potential back, unfortunately. ABAC, ABAC. What game I was tapped out? We're just talking about modern games and like modern fighting games in general. A lot of major complaints for fighting games in these past generation or two have been like system mechanic stuff that's been holding them back. It feels like oversimplified, overbearing, and it's like way too central to like a lot of game plans is like the general thing, and it just becomes pretty, yeah, at some point it just becomes like a little, like I know Uni 2 is gonna have that issue in its endgame too with like meter gain in the 50/50s, but it feels like it does feel like the currently like the least, I don't know, I hate using the word problematic, I guess, but it is like, it doesn't have that major of an issue. What's up, Pancake edits? There we go. I don't like Strive or Grand Blue. I feel like the developers are looking down on me. I don't know about looking down, but they definitely casualized it, right? It is genuinely, the audience that they had in mind for these casual changes are like the ones that they would figure would pick up the game very casually and not really try and push it. The improvement mindset kind of like goes against it at some point. Brother, fighting games have been oversimplified baby games for like the past 20 years. Relatively so. It was considered casual for having normals canceling into each other. I'd imagine over time it's gotten simpler and simpler. So like there's a balance to it. But I feel like, I don't think it's unfair to say that having a central mechanic, for, that is used by the entire cast and not even like character expression at that point is just system, how well to use the system mechanics. Is certainly a turning point that's worth discussing, right? Especially in this day, like, fighting game talking and discussions has like lagged behind the rest of like gaming in general and how outspoken they can be about getting changes done one way or another. Changes don't have to be, bad, right? They really don't have to be bad. It's just the access to information is much different than it was back in the day, right? So with that access to information and still making these mistakes, now's the time to speak up. Nice. Oh. I miss when devs were disconnected and made fun games for all of gaming, really. It probably would be the best direction they would have with it. Greetings, what's up, Walton? We're starting that lobby soon if you want to join, about 15 minutes. We're just grinding some combos in the meanwhile. I knew my tastes were weird and I actually enjoyed playing DNF Duel. DNF Duel, it's such an odd one to call. I feel like it would have had a decent following if it just didn't abandon the game for a year. I really don't know why they abandoned the game for a year. Like, I wouldn't say it would be a competitive game, but I would like to have pointed to it as like a more casual game. And in the same way I would point to Grand Blue as a casual appeal game, I think it could have held its own. So it's a little unfortunate that they just didn't touch it for a year. I enjoyed DNF Duel too. It's fun. It really is fun. The RTS genre is also going down the same path as well with auto-queuing and pre-queue. Can't we have depth in our games anymore? A lot of genres that probably benefit from the difficulty curve trying to casualize is definitely a bad thing to see, in my opinion. Like, I don't know. It's hard to say because for like it's been successful on the shooting game side. If you look at Marvel Rivals, Overwatch, arguably even Valorant, right? Like, the quote casualization of it and that some stuff got simplified has been like, you know, productive, right, for shooting games. But like, I had a baseline shooting, it's really easy to get into a shooting game, right? Telling someone that you just need to aim and click is not hard to explain, right? There's more nuance to the games, obviously, when it comes to positioning, angles, yada yada yada. But for like a new player that doesn't know shit, you put them on a shooter game, they'll have a decent idea of what they need to do. But yeah, you put them like on a fighting game, an RTS game, a MOBA, it's like, oh my gosh, what do I do? So like the casualization works in that case, but like for these genres that probably aren't gonna be casual no matter what you do, we definitely should not over casualize it. I'm in Gridlock, returning from LA to XKO playtest. Hopefully those changes were fun then. Thank you for this because it's the best way I can make my point. What do you think is gonna be the most fun parts of these games for most people? Like, unironically, yeah, like these genres encourage difficulty. Fighting games especially, right? I'm surprised casual games can even like hold in this genre, to be honest with you. Like Grand Blue is definitely like, out of like all the top fighting games right now, I think Grand Blue is probably like the most casualized in the sense of like streamlined mechanics to help new players. I guess Street Fighter 6 could argue for that spot too with modern controls behind it, and then, you know, Drive Rush is going to Drive Rush, but like, same difference. You could interchange it and I'd still say it's the same thing. But I lost my point with it, to be honest. Like like in general, this genre is definitely benefits from people like really wanting to jump into the deep end. I hope 2XKO loses support and dies super fast. Riot Games can go. Yeah, Riot Games is a company of all time. Definitely not a good company. I went through to retouch up on the Yuzu trials Tuesday night, and 512's TK is still sucks, but the rest are doable. It doesn't feel too bad once you get the rhythm down. Maybe the TKs will suck, but like just in general, the pieces are really not that bad. Especially for Valorant, it's a mystery game too, as you work out where your opponent is and talk to others. It's a good paced game. Like, it takes like the Counter-Strike pacing pretty well, but then adds more like utility usage. It's hard to balance between like utility usage and like gunplay, but I can respect the effort, right? You can play the game basically like discount Overwatch, and it wouldn't be like wrong to play it that way, right? Using your abilities like that. In RTS games, I don't want to have to return back to base and continue doing management of every single econ unit. I want to do a little econ to warm up and go click frantically doing combat stuff. That sounds more like a strategy game more than an RTS game at that point. It's like, why not just boot up Civ or EU4 or something? I'm a fan of the older games. They're definitely fun. They're definitely fun. I feel like they have that, like, not coddling the player base feeling. They just throw you into the deep end, and I can appreciate it. You do really lose that much as an RTS player by having quality of life. I get missing doing things one way. Discount Overwatch. You can play, unironically, Valorant, you have characters that are strong, have such strong utility, that basically playing it like an ability user, instead of like taking gunfights like in Counter-Strike, And just playing like a support player basically, and just like setting up util with his like smokes, flashes, etc., whatever Valorant bullshit's happening nowadays, is a very strong play style. It works. And then you just set up for your duelist to like frag out, and it's a pretty solid game plan. Look, managing economy is a big part of skill expression, and queuing econ units properly is something that differentiates good players and newbies. It's like, yeah, that's like the argument, right? Whether it's like, if that's worth streamlining or not. Especially for RTS. Like, RTS basically prides itself on APM. I'm getting pinged on the side. Well, that's a whole ass paragraph. What is this combo? Holy crap. Wait a second. Okay. Holy corner combo. Fighting games have the same stuff. They make combos do more damage because it's both rebuilt are there to do initially, then you still have to learn all the interactions, how each character classes, and this is after over centralizing system mechanics. Okay, so you have to use talking about econ. How's that correlate to econ? Sorry, you lost me on this. Let's just say Age of Mythology is struggling with the player base for a reason, while AoE 2 and 4 are thriving still. New thing bad because it appeals to casuals, an argument that's going to make me blow my head off if I have to hear it one more time. I guess, but there are some genres that are just not going to be casual, yes. Like, I think the RTS argument is fine because these change, like, yeah, it's just demographics and logistics, it really is. It's just the people that want to play those games have certain interests, and if the majority of the people are saying that's their interest and they're gonna feel on those changes that it just is against their interest, they're gonna speak up on it, right? And then if the numbers don't lie in the sense of like the casualized version of it does have less of a player base despite that change, supporting newer players, there's not much to argue, right? Like, this isn't like a fighting game thing, but I know, I'll tell you, like, the RTS people are like definitely that intense. The RTS people are unironically that intense. It's a different genre, it's a different group of people. It's the same way FPS players are not necessarily the same as the fighting game community in that sense. It's like, you know, one-to-one. Values are different and interests are different. Skill expression, what is considered more valuable, even if like that skill expression is something you don't value, it is what they value and that's what they want to argue for. Super meter, but everyone hands it out now. You don't really save it or make a plan to build super. T8 Heat, Street Fighter 6 Drive. See, I guess so. An inherently competitive genre is an important topic, and casual players are not going to stop playing insert next Call of Duty here because Age of Mythology added auto queue. Wait, B? Oh shoot, that's B. Have you spoken to people who enjoy things casually? They're all going to want different things. That's why we have different games. That's why new games try new things. This is like apples to oranges, yes. They'll try new things, and if they don't really have much of an opinion and they're just there to have a fun time, those changes that streamline to them should be even less should be even less prioritized by that logic. They're gonna try new things, whether they like it or not is on them, right? That you're kind of just like out of the argument. You just said themselves they're casual. They'll just do it no matter what. So streamlining into them for that reason is actually antithetical. It's not good for the genre too. Then one should not cater to casuals by that same logic, because they are transient and just trying it to try it no matter what really happens, right? Like saying, I don't say casual as like bad, okay? Like I don't know what connotation you're thinking in your head for casual bad. Like, oh, filthy casual. No, I'm not thinking Dark Souls filthy casual in my head. I would say I'm casual with fighting games. Well, not really. Let's be real. I'm pretty invested, but like I started casual in that sense and I chose to get more invested. But like, there's just an easy, like if I was casual in that sense, I could have easily just dropped it, right? Even if you appealed to me as a casual player at that time, or any casual player, if they don't like it, they don't like it. So yes, because they're not as invested, they're not inherently as invested. That's what it means to be a casual, right? That's fine. I'm not saying that's bad, but changing the genre for people that are like not as that level of interest is the argument. Versus the people that are invested, right? The ones that are sticking around for a long time. That's like the main thing. It is. But then what are things, then what things are actively alienating and what things are I just don't like this and I refuse to adapt to it? The second one is usually what happens, is the thing. The casual enjoyment would not be worried about that. It would just be they were content to be bad, right? The bad casual, just content to be at a certain level because they're enjoying it, right? But yeah, I mean, the second one is I don't like this and I refuse to adapt to it is kind of the crux of the argument. I'm a casual with a competitive heart. It's like there is an established demographic of people that enjoy this game and will stick with it for the long term and will even try the newer games out of interest of the genre. But those are usually the dedicated player base, right? Even if it is something... They will self-sort in that same way. Like people, if we're going to use fighting games as an example, the people that don't like Street Fighter, like didn't like Tekken 8 are playing Tekken 7. The ones that didn't like Street Fighter 6 are playing the earlier Street Fighters. Even Grand Blue people, I would say it used to be a bit of a vanilla contingent, not really, but they ended up playing different games in this case. And then like, yeah, even Uni has like the difference between Uni 2. Guilty Gear Strive. Like Strive and pre-Strive Guilty Gear are like two very different fan bases, right? That sort of thing. Like, clearly demographics are a part of this. Like the self-sort, I think the vanilla players got bored of bitching about Rising, honestly. My complaining about Rising arc lasted like 1 month, and I'm already over complaining about it that much. I hope for them what they're doing now is something they enjoy. Exactly, yes. I'm sick of bitching about it. I will explain my thoughts if I need to explain it, but yeah, even complaining gets to it. Bringing it back to RTS, AOT still is the most active and dedicated player base. Yeah, and I think that's showing like the RTS people are definitely, like the people that stick around in RTSs are the dedicated bunch, right? Yeah. The dedicated bunch are playing the older games with more mechanical intensity. That's what they value. And I think that's fine, right? That is perfectly fine. If it's gonna be a niche genre, let it be a niche genre, right? It doesn't... If the genre can exist, like subsist on that niche population, I'm not too concerned about growth at that point either, right? If we're gonna use marketing terms for that, not everything needs to be a star product. It could be just a simple cash cow. It's better than trying to like make a star product because you want to like, I don't know, Fortnite was the old school example. I guess the Marvel Rivals, Overwatch 2s of today, Deadlocks, I don't know. Chasing that like high to like cash out is kind of like a big issue in general. And like just sacrificing all these niche communities to like get that payout, like that 1 in a million payout so they can get like that Fortnite money. Yeah, it's like there's a lot that gets sent to the shredder and basically just shat out and left for dust because of like this process as well. It does get conflated, unfortunately. It does get conflated with the concept of like casualization and casual players, which is why we see this negative connotation. but I think it's like approaching what is inherently the wrong issue, right? It kind of just, it gets like, it doesn't really address the core of the issue, right? It's not the casual players that are the menace, it's the companies forcing this, right? Because they're chasing that dollar bill. And yeah, seeing like video, it really is just like seeing video games go from like some group of dudes thought they could make a cool video game because they have access to technology that can make something cool versus, you know, corporate payouts. RTS, I think, is just very unfortunate because a lot of complicated reasons I couldn't even begin to tell you how much is from what. Some people love that nitty-gritty detail, the infinite menus, like even like on the strategy game side of things, like if you're playing like any like like not even like Civ is relatively basic, but like for anyone that's not in the strategy game, Civ feels like a lot more like a lot more than usual. But like if you get into like Europa Universalist, like EU, HOI, like those games where they have menus within their menus, the people that love that stuff love it. Like they will play that map games, so to speak. The people that love their map games will love that level of detail, that sort of thing. The casuals enjoyed playing AOMR, played, left, and now we are only left. The player base stuck on the game out of love for the legacy version of the game, and are afraid the entire series will be canceled and they won't have another chance if they stop playing. I also think this is an important question to ask because after Street Fighter 6 added something for a story mode and character creator, look how many people are on now just hanging out in Battle Hub. They added it. Are you talking like for the game itself, or is this something added post? Because I know they have like the story mode, and yeah, like the people that play fighting games like that and then want to play it casually. Like on the flip side, yeah, story mode is very important. I played fighting games when I was younger just for the story game. Like I can contest to that, right? I'm not gonna deny that. Like there is that opportunity, but that's showing like a difference in values, right? The people that played that genre enjoyed having a casual approach to it because they just wanted to hit buttons. The just hit button crowd is more prominent in the fighting games though than RTS. The people that enjoy RTS are kind of like a different thing, right? More Jeff the Land Shark skins, please. Yeah, we need more Jeff skins. That'll solve everything. Guang Guang, please give us more Jeff skins. We need more Jeff players in our lobbies. Turn-based strategy is inherently more simple, but it still has a decent amount of depth, while grand strategy games like Total War are the best of both worlds. Could be that RTS didn't catch the audience since it came in as more people started playing games, simple as. The access to games is so widely available though, that like the genres that would have mass appeal because like of people noticing, like we're like what 20 odd years into like the video game boom at this point. People play video games play what they want to play. There's a reason why FIFA 17, NBK, or yeah, like NBA 27, like 27, all those like sports games get bought every year. The people have chosen what they want. The people have chosen what they want at this point. Access is not an argument at this point. We've had easy access to games for over 2 decades at this point. Like missing that bubble, sure, I'll give you that argument. There maybe the potential high could have been like built up better, but like at this point, the people have spoken. Create a character in Metro, yeah, the create a character in Metro City thing at launch. Okay, yeah, that was a launch thing. Could be that a few of the newest ones were just bad or didn't catch on, and that scared off investors. In Age's case, specifically, that's Microsoft killing it more than anything else. I couldn't tell you on the Age stuff, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna argue on that. A campaign map in real-time battles, Total War is so good. Age series is still popping. Only 2 of the games, 2 and 4. 3 died due to Ensemble just building a bad game, and Microsoft could not fix it. Sometimes it just happens too. Like, yeah, that variance does happen. I mean, people didn't enjoy. Like, honestly, the way I remember when Street Fighter V was the current game, and people were like trashing it. Like, genuinely trashing it for the majority of its lifespan. I'm being called, my ass can't argue for longer than 5 minutes without getting overheated and becoming less and less capable of making a coherent argument. It's all good, Chives. Yeah, no worries. Go enjoy your call. I don't mind discussing these things. They're interesting conversations, right? They're definitely interesting conversations. I'm not particularly mad at XYZ. I just do like exploring these points. A Fortnite fighting game would save the FGC. Yeah, the Fortnite fighting game is called Marvel Rivals. I'm surprised there's a lot of people from the FGC that play Marvel Rivals. I guess not really, it's free and this community is broke. Yeah, honestly, I guess because it's free, that's the main appeal. AoE 3 still has a bigger player base than AOMR, and it lost support a year ago. Yeah, seeing people sing praises of 5 when they get a little bored of 6 had me floored. I mean, it's like, yeah, I remember seeing Street Fighter 5 for like the longest time being trashed. It had like about like a 6-month period where people loved it, and then they introduced Luke to hype up Street Fighter 6, and then they hated it again. I was like, y'all are so inconsistent. It's kind of funny. It really is kind of funny. It's I mean, goldfish memory at that point, to be honest. It's either goldfish memory or relative memory of, like, you know, 5 versus 6. I guess relative to 6, 5 would be more interesting. I couldn't tell you about V-Rush or whatever it was, V-Drive, the system mechanic in that, but I remember people hated it. FGC to Marvel Rivals or Deadlock Pipeline 2026. Notice how both games are free, Sai. Notice how both games are free. That's the funny thing, right? That is the funny thing. Is it about... Okay, yeah. It's about time to set up the lobby. Let's get that rolling. Free to play for the win. Yeah, exactly. If I'm gonna invest time into a game, it better be free. Let's make sure I'm on the proper skinnage here. There we go. That and the 10,000 people playing Street Fighter 6 really want to calm players' head that they forgot 6 years where fighters and T7 carried the FGC. Also bringing another genre I'm big into, Pokemon oversimplification, removal of system mechanics, and just general game quality degradation. You see, Pokemon is kind of the antithesis of that argument because Pokemon is definitely enjoyed on a casual level. Let's be real. I know there's a competitive scene on Pokemon, but I feel like that's the exact opposite, sort of like an RTS, where a good chunk of people would want those casual things. Like, unironically, I'm not surprised Pokemon got casualized. It feels like the same difference overall to me, to be honest with you. Oh, I gotta repin it. Hold up. Repin the proper message. There we go. Now it's pinned. Cool. Why do you think so many people gravitated to 2XKO? Yeah. Wait, I can't read that paragraph mid-match. Hold up. It is the opposite, though. They're trying to get casual players into competitive and alienate the casual player base by making competitive so simplified and degrading. Dang it, I messed up. Alright, let's see overhead. Yo, 6-7? What? Sorry, a lot of messages popped up as soon as I got in the game. I am not good enough to read. I don't expect you to read my paragraphs mid-game. The fact you read any messages mid-game blows my mind. It is a skill. It is a skill, but like, there's a timing to these things. Forcing XP share in Pokemon without changing up the trainer battle work in Pokemon. I haven't played a Pokemon game since Gen 5, to be real with you, so I'm not really one to speak on this. But pushing casuals to competitive, I guess? I don't really see what you mean by that. I didn't get it in time. Wait, no, what the? I wanted to do Assault. How did that come out as 3D? Dang it, I messed up. Sorry, I don't really know much about Pokemon in that instance. I really can't tell you. Pokemon's like one of those things that I just not invested myself into that point. I played it as a kid to play the video game. You lost me on this genre. I've played a decent amount, but Pokemon is definitely entering the realm of, I don't know. I don't really know. They changed the solo play experience to make competitive Pokemon easier, aka forcing XP share for all Pokemon, adding a variety of XP candies that make the game a mind-numbing grind for candy. There are removable mini-games for competitive and plays such as consumable items you have to grind for. They alienated the casuals to make competitive experience easier. Rough. GG? GG. Behold my fugly walled colors. Behold. Wait. Dang it. BC. Dang it. 2C. 2C. Oh, the jump. What the? It was the same argument we were making for RTS, but the opposite. The person making that argument left the chat, gamer. I don't know what to tell you. That's why you've lost me. This conversation's confusing me because the main proponent of that is already out of the chat. That's why you have... What? How did that? I messed up. Didn't get the grab. I messed up. I booted up City of the Wolves. Okay, better idea. I booted up City of the Wolves though. A little different. Gen 9 was the worst. Jump.
This is the soul of music.
What the? There. And that looks like it's throwable. When the argument is about meter build and universal mechanics and auto queue, it's more like complaining about things you don't like personally than things that are objectively harming the game. How are those two different? Meter gain does affect a lot of things. You've lost me, Chives. You've lost me. It affects things. Does it make it worse or different? That... Yes? How would that not make it worse or different? Meter gain leading into what is essentially, meter gain leading into the 50-50 problem that does affect the game does make it worse in that sense, no? Like, it's not just viewing it in a vacuum, it's viewing the end game state of it. And that meter gain and grid are very important for how the pacing of the game goes. The pacing is determined by both of these factors. And if the pacing leads into the infinite 50-50 loop, basically, that does make it worse, no? 50-50, just guess for 50-50. Worse and different, I'm offering a separate options, and I'm not talking exclusive about Uni. Okay. MS. What's it playing this? I thought I took this off queue. Hold up. Dang it. YouTube. Oh, okay, well, we're listening to hardstyle, I guess, for the rest of this. My bad. Bro, the next door neighbor, me and Chives basically like live one city apart, I think. Dang it, I messed up. Still got an hour left. You got that podcast? Heck yeah, gamer. I need a 6-2. Don't read that till after the match? Okay. Bro called me out. I messed up my follow-up, man. I knew he was going to try. The main problem I see is that the type of people who are going to like the Age series are the type of people who don't like auto queue, and for fighting games, oversimplified mechanics fill the same role. Changing the base mechanics of a game to fish outside of your target demographic is harmful to the genre as a whole. Okay, let me change the music. I'm not really doing a hard style. There we go. It's just apples to oranges at this point. We're just arguing against like different directions of like. That's why I'm like lost on this. We're like trying to talk about the casual audience, and then the other is the competitive. Like we're just talking past each other. This is kind of getting a little silly. This is entering the realm of. We're entering the circle, so to speak, where when the circle is repeating itself, that's usually the point to cap off these sort of things, right? Because this has been mentioned before. At that point, it's just two different conversations trying to reconcile. That sort of thing. I don't know why I'd seen the argument was casual versus competitive. I was trying to word in a way to make them realize the argument was never about what they thought it was. Yeah, and saying that's what we thought the argument was framing at this point, there's not much to reiterate. That's pretty much the end of the conversation. If it was misunderstood because it was taken two different directions, there's not much else to say on that, right? This is where these sort of things usually gotta get dropped, otherwise we will enter the circle, and that's where I start getting annoyed at these things. If it was misinterpreted, then so be it. I think today's in-game focus, though, I need to the aerial jump strings after I do 236A are not coming out the way I want them to come out. I need to do like BC-C. Greg, start a poll. Should I quit my job or not? I will do whatever the poll results are. Gotcha. Send it. We were gonna send it, yeah. Prediction. Wait, no. Is there? Yeah, poll. There it is. New poll. Yes. No. There you go. There you go. Quit job. There you go. Let's vote in the poll. Obviously. The immediate yes votes. Yeah. We got 10 minutes for that one. Whatever keeps it from not blowing up, right? Please quit, PogChamp. Goodbye, financial stability. I mean, if you're determining your employment depending on a Twitch poll, I don't know what to tell you. That is on you at that point. We got 10 minutes for a poll. Goodbye, financial stability. Hello, fentanyl addiction. Hello, streaming career, actually, you know. Boot up stream, it's time. I'm quite a capricious individual, to be frank. Bro posting Capricorn. We're posting astrology signs in chat. But yeah, I get you. Capricious. Capricorn. The root of the word. No. No? You can say no, but they're one and the same in that what they represent. I'm a fentanyl just chatting streamer. Follow for follow. You might as well just, if you're doing like a just chatting stream on Twitch, you might as well just do like a TikTok live. I'm gonna be real. TikTok lives for like live streaming, like true IRL streaming like that is probably where you'd want to go for that fentanyl hit, you know. Some dude on TikTok will just drop like 3 bands on you and say, go get some crack, G. Unironically. There are some like tweakers on live 24/7, right? That's just their income. Donations from acting like crackheads on TikTok live. That's the real follow for follow route. TikTokers want to watch your world burn in real time. Yeah, pretty much. You will get paid to burn your life away, unironically. Just all. Yeah, do not trust. I mean, if you're trying to get like a quick fix of money, it works. Oh, that's the 4-2-1, dang it. That was the 4-2-1. Dang it. Need to get in there first. What the? What the? I messed up. The root of Capricorn is the Latin word Capricornicus. The root of the word capricious is the Latin word capriccio, but they share relatives since the words capriccio and Capricornus will share a root capra, as they are not directly parented to each other. That's fine, but the attitude's the same in that capricious, as in, at the end of the day, even if Capricorn on the ruling, the act, what that symbol represents, is indeed a Capricorn moment. Thanks. Oh, not in time? Dang it. Lose employment buff. Lose that employment buff. There we go. Finally did it properly. I'll just apply at... what's it called? I'll just apply at Subway anyways. It's so easy to get a job these days. The D was just invisible. The circular arguing and me not being able to articulate my points is giving me a headache because I'm pretty sure I still didn't. Is what it is. Last set for me. Sounds good. Oh, I thought I could catch that. Dang it. There we go. Wait, what? Oh, it's just holding down, not down that. There we go. I'm starting to feel a bit better about some of these combos in game, but I'm messing up some stuff. So music is hidden. Here. Down C. Dang it. That's the 3 for. Zubaba. Music is hidden though. Combos feel fine. I'm not using stance. Stance is the next step for practicality. Like, I've just been hard focusing these past 2 weeks on combo theory, right? Make sure I can be okay at it. Like, I understand what my goal is. I just need to work on practicing it, sort of thing. Like, that sort of idea. It's like, I know what I need to do, I just need to execute it for that sense. So like, one step at a time. Dang it. It's like the next step for like neutral's sake, but like, I haven't been worried about neutral and like holding neutral, to be honest. That's like, my genuine focus was... My genuine focus was just trying to work on combo game, and then no, it's like, whatchamacallit, like, I haven't really thought about how I'm supposed to be approaching neutral, to be honest with you. The neutral work is the next step, so to speak. It's GG's Greg. Yeah, GG's Melon, thank you for coming by. Combos are fun, but I mean, yeah, this is like going into the argument of having a baseline of an idea of what I need to be doing while still having okay combos. Like, my execution of the combos in game is the next thing, but like the neutral aspect of like, I've seen what needs to happen. Like, Lultant has given some matches of what the end game of Yuzu needs to be, right? And I can approach that, but that's like the next step, so to speak, of how I'm going to be doing it, where it's like I'm using stance normals to teleport around. I'm going to be using 4-2-1s. I'm just, yeah, whatchamacallit, the focus is just one step at a time. The end game is something I'm aware of, but you know, being aware of that end game of teleporting to like trick up my opponent doesn't really matter with my execution. Like, it's a lot to take in, and I'm just taking it step by step. I do have the image I need to work towards in that sense. I do have that image to work towards, so it's nice to like, yeah, bring it up. But if the only thing was just having the image, that this character wouldn't be considered hard, right? Like, the teleporting, I'll tell you right now, like, if I'm messing up the execution on what is essentially a basic bread and butter, that's like the main focus it needs to be. I'm gonna head off into the shower and see if I can clear up my headache enough to do the smidge in the Grand Blue grind before I cook out today. Or conk out today. Have a good one, gamers. Have a good one, chat. Thanks for dropping by. Must be nice having an easy access reversal. I think what unironically sold me for Yuzu was just having this. Like, unironically, this tool is so incredibly strong. I love having it. This is my Anila 2H. This is unironically my Anila 2H, but better. It's not lol. I think it's incredible so far. It's so bad. I mean, I guess if people jump over it, but this is, I'm gonna be real, this is what I'm already used to. I'm already used to handling something like this, so even if it's considered bad in this game, I'm used to handling it for 2 years. Imagine having a reversal. It's so bad. I love DP being 2-2X, thank you, Akatsuki. 2-2X is another nice one. If Kuan had a standard 63 reversal, he'd be higher up in the tiers, and if they unnerfed him. It's considered to not have a DP, it's so bad. Well, yeah, this isn't a DP. Like, it doesn't have that same level of invincibility, so I'd imagine it's gonna have some clashing issues, but like, honestly, par for the course. I'm so used to dealing with clashing issues on my anti-airing. Same difference. Oh no, I like, for like uni standards, not having like a 623A to like chain veil into, I guess. Or, yeah, chain veil into. I like Hilda, but she literally doesn't have a reversal outside of Worth. I mean, you have the guard thrust as well, but yeah. System mechanics, basically. That is the trade-off for playing Hilda. Veil off, guard thrust, and IOX, and IW, and / IOX. I still don't know what guard thrust is. If you hold back while hitting ABC on someone's block string, it'll do the guard thrust, and it has very niche use on certain setups. Usually for stuff that tries to like smother you with like 2 things at once. It's just an anti-air. It's better than Yuzu had an Uni 1. Only 5C and 236B. 3D. I'm glad that Kuon does have a meterless reversal though, even if it's 2-8. The 2-8's funny for, yeah, you got the flash kick basically. That charge flash kick. But yeah, it's an anti-air, it's not a DP. Yeah, it doesn't have like the DP function or properties, but for functionally as an anti-air, I'm content. Especially for a character like Yuzu. For what ranges she does have, I don't mind that she doesn't have a DP. I'm gonna be real, I don't think she needs a DP. They give Yuzu a DP unironically, like in that sense, like an actual like invincible reversal. It would be stupid. That would just be a stupid change. This already covers a lot from what I'm saying, right? Obviously you can still jump over it, but like the threat of it into like 2C into a combo is very real. She has one that just whiffs point blank. Yeah, the point blank. Oh god, yeah, honestly. Finding like that specific spacing for this has been rough as well. Debating whether I'm going to swap characters. I've put so much into Hilda, but I'm not feeling it. You've only put like a week on the like 2 weeks. Honestly, you're at the point where your experience in characters is ultimately not going to feel that much. It's just, it's the most time you've done so far, but like at some, like it's gonna be very fast. Where if you don't want to play Hilda, don't play Hilda. You have the like, because you're worried about the reversal. Like, yeah, if you're already questioning, you're like whether you want to swap. I unironically would say now's the time to try characters. Even if you go back, at least you can say you like tried out and saw the different strengths and weaknesses of characters, right? Like there's a couple of things you want to try, but if you're already in that debate stage, that's usually the point I would try it. Like I started, like I saw whatchamacallit, like I enjoyed Wagner, and I still probably would enjoy Wagner if I played her again, but like I was questioning, like actually Yuzu does look kind of cool. I kind of like what she wants to do. Maybe I should try her. So like, there's nothing wrong with trying. You're in the stage where you might as well try. Yeah, like even if you've spent a lot of time on the character, it doesn't really matter. Like honestly, just follow your heart. Unironically follow your heart. I need to stop jumping in on an uncommitted Yuzu. Yeah, honestly. Once I have a dedicated anti-air button that's not 623 or 3C, because hitting 3C feels so awkward in my opinion. Having like a down back anti-air is putting me in my comfort zone. This is like the equivalent of me hitting 2H in Grand Blue. I'm right at home. So now that I have a not like a pretty easy to hit anti-air button, I should not be as easy to approach on the air. I can still get baited obviously, but I like having this button. If you want to swap, there's nothing wrong with hunting for the correct character. You can even have multiple characters too, right? I still think Wagner is a character I would like. I started with Hyde, swapped to Carmine, now to Kuon. Yeah, very different characters across the board, right? Yuzu is Del Sim and Lee Sin combined. Imagine Lee Sin Q. Imagine Lee Sin Q on Yuzu, where you get like the confirmed like follow-up easy. But you kind of do, basically, like with like the 214, right? I guess, but it's like not just like QQ. I also like Hilda's visual design. It's a nice one. Once you feel comfortable Yuzu, I think you should try Phonon and Uzuki if you ever buy DLC. I don't care. I don't like seeing Phonon. I don't like her whip cracks on screen. They're jarring. I don't like seeing those effects. So not Phonon. Maybe Uzuki. Maybe Uzuki because I do like her. I'm not doing Phonon for the simple fact that I hate the whip crack effect. It really is jarring to me. I don't like it. That's not much else to say on it. She's a good choice. Wald would be my second characters. Waldstein, yeah. Lol, you do, yeah. I don't think I will ever get used to Wald. He's different. I might try Wagner though. Wagner basically is like very, if you want to get much more aggressive, you can play Wagner, but here's the thing I'll tell you about Wagner. You're gonna have to get really good at dash blocking. She has arguably one of like, if not the best like dash block in the game, one of the best dash blocking, but you're gonna have to learn how to dash block if you play Wagner. You don't really contest range with Wagner. You're getting in people's faces, right? I'll tell you right now, if you want to like develop your ability to handle what is like the long range pokes of this game, dash block, learning the dash block is probably like your #1 priority. It's not impossible to do, and that, like you can get the hang of it, especially since you can macro dash blocking, right? That sort of thing. With the plinking, wall bouncing too. Yeah, exactly. The wall, yeah, just need like a ward jump, and we got Lisa in. And then yeah, the R kick. I'm at peace finding characters since I play grapplers almost exclusively. It's so easy to start games. Mechanically, grapplers are not too tough, right? But you have to like. It's more about the neutral game for grappling. Wald will not teach you Uni, he'll teach you Wald, just like Yuzu will not teach you Uni, she'll teach you Yuzu. I suppose so with Yuzu, to be honest with you, but I mean, I don't personally mind if I go down the character. I don't mind going down the personal route of character specialization. I've done my time in the Shoto mines with Granblue, right? Obviously, it's not exactly one-to-one, but the fundamentals of fighting games is something I've spent 2 years studying, basically, right? Playing basic Shoto woman. I don't mind going down the character path as long as I like, you know, the character specialist path in that sense, because my fundamentals aren't, you know, the cleanest in the world, but I've spent time developing them that I don't think they'll like stagnate if I play a character like Yuzu. You just do fundamentals Wagner. She's Linne with better buttons and overheads and worse height. Yeah, like without the fireball, basically, right? Yeah, she generates a lot of plus frames and good spacing traps, right? Like her 6B as a button is like, I love her 6B. It's so stupid, but like getting to the space to enforce that is fundamental knowledge, right? I love Wald because I am a grappler main, Ladiva bullet, even though she's a brawler, not a grapple. You got a command grab though, so obviously she's a grappler. Mr. Granblue is the best Shoto. Nah, he got the Tim boot, but I like my sheep. Mizuki also looks interesting to me. Mizuki's like, yeah, a bit of like the set play. It's not too bad once you break her down, right? But on the Yuzu concept of it, I'm really not too worried about like not learning Uni in that sense. A majority of the knowledge is just understanding spacing. Like obviously with like Yuzu's game plan, it's gonna be a bit unique, but like the ability to approach someone with Yuzu is basically what interests me, not so much can I do it on Shoto woman. Can I do it like on a Shoto? Can I do it like on a Rushdown? That's not really what interests me. I can try and understand it so I can get like a good up there, get a understanding. You want to do a 1st to 5? Sure. It's either that or I'm just gonna do more combos. I can set up the lobby again. That sort of thing. But like, I'm not very concerned that learning Yuzu will not teach me some of the rest of the cast. I mean, I picked up Wagner just okay. I'm not going to say I'm cracked on Wagner, obviously, but I think I had the right approach to her and how I was learning her. So it was just a matter of time, right? That sort of sense. I just don't think... oh wait, can I change the room settings? 1st to 5? Yeah. Something like that. There we go. Yeah, the room is up. Keywords Greg. That sort of thing, right? Like, I really think if I were to pick up a basic character like, you know, Wagner again, I wouldn't be struggling because I put time into Yuzu. But that's because I've already put time into Bundy's training. Now I'm just getting used to Uni specifically, and that's just the time as well. Kaguya, Zuki, Hilda, and Kido and Wagner are all the characters that have my visual interest. I told you this is Juice Root hit point. I told you this is Juice Root, yeah. What up, all you sexy people in chat? And Greg, what's up, gamer? All right. Yuzu Gaming, indeed. He stole 1K from me when trying to make me 1K? Dog, when you Rip is in the millions, don't sweat 1K. Sweating 1K when we got millions of Rip. Oh, what the fuck? Why did it? Okay, well, yo, whatever, send it. Thought we were to 5? I don't know, I thought I set it to 5 to be. I thought I set it to 5, I don't know why. Hold up. I thought I did. Hold up. Yeah, I didn't save it. Ugh. Okay, here, I see. It was this setting, maximum rematches to 5. Change room settings. Yeah. It was that setting. I didn't set it up right. Dude, in my first ever match, I got like 12K. I just want the 500 Rip cosmetics. I don't care about my actual rank. Set the rank way lower then if you don't care about the rank. You're gonna get smacked learning, yeah. Set it to like rank C max or something then. I can't find matches, but I guess you're right. I mean, you'll find matches, I promise you. You just gotta be a bit more patient. And then thanks, Greg's chat, for giving you the push to quit your job. I mean, you quit your job, go crazy, gamer. Do I go? Wait, hold up. Do I go balls to the walls as a uni streamer, make a new Twitch account, and leave my old community behind? I don't know. I don't know what happened to your old community, gamer. I'm not one to make that decision for you. The only thing I'd say is if you don't like the branding on your account, make a new name. Like, this isn't my first Twitch account, but my last one wasn't an account that I wanted to have the branding on, right? If they wouldn't watch uni, then you're basically just coming from scratch, right? It don't really matter. Reverse your name or call it Dark Hit Point Gamer. There we go. If your goal is to make it as a streamer, you may as well go buy a lottery ticket. Content creation is about being in it yourself, or it's a doomed venture beyond luck. Yeah, honestly, the reason I'm here is I'm not trying to make a career out of it. If you're just here for a good time, it'll show, right? But if you're trying to, like, make it, so to speak, don't be in uni. Unironically, if you're in uni, you're screwing yourself in terms of, like, overall growth to make it, like, income. Oh, I thought I was done. No money in audience. No, there's only like probably like 3 people streaming fighting games that make money, and they're like all the dedicated, like either like the dedicated content guys or ex-pros. There we go. This is all talk anyways. I can never make it as a streamer. I'll find a new job and hate my life in a different environment. Yeah, I would not plan around streamer life, to be frank with you. Stream fighting games is just a good and fun way to get more matches in, pretty much. I messed up. I'm not good enough at uni to stream it. I'm fucking dog shit at uni and I'm streaming it. It's not about the skill level when it comes to streaming, I promise you. If you think people only watch stream for whatchamacallit, for skill level, you wouldn't be in this stream, I'll be real with you. I am not a good uni player. I wasn't a good Grand Blue player for a long while either, and I streamed before I would consider myself a good player. There are people that play purely for skill, but I mean that is like true old school thinking on streaming still, yeah. You're like way behind on the times if you think people are here for the skill. Yeah, it's like shilling will kill ill on your shilling will it kill tomorrow on the thing on 2 p.m. PST. Sajam's Twitch channel. Nice. Personally, I don't stream it. I do take part in the friend stream every Saturday where we just play a bunch of different games for fun. It's fun to do, it just depends on what your goal is. Like, if you're just doing your thing, then just do your thing, right? Like, I always talk when it comes to streaming in terms of growing a stream, right? I don't think variety streaming is going to grow your stream initially. This is my 2 cents on it. If you have an established community after playing a certain game for a bit, then yeah, that's where variety streaming, I think that's where it comes in, right? That sort of thing. Stream jitters clamming up. It's all practice too, gamer. Like, don't worry about it. You can improve on it, but like the anxiety behind it, and people don't care that much, I promise you. Just do your thing. There is like an ego in saying that people care this much about you. The reality of the streaming, number one, is people do not care that much about you, in the sense that they're judging you on XYZ. Like, oh, he's not talking as much. Honestly, like unironically, it's just, quite frankly, you're like, oh, you're worried about the minute details when it's just being chill. It really is. Just chill out. Or what you want to, like, you're just like not worried about what you want to present. Usually you go into it with some goal in mind. Like I want to be this type of streamer. I want to be that type of streamer. I'm just chill. I really do try to keep it chill. If I rage out, we're basically diverting from what I want to do on this stream. Like that sort of thing. Like you can have that sort of like personality to bring with it. But like worrying about like not talking much, like these small details are very streamer only things. The people paying attention, the things that people pay attention to are, one, the audio. If you have jank audio, I'm clicking off the stream, right? 2, maybe the video quality and making sure you're not getting bombarded by ads. And then after that, we're gonna talk about, we can talk about streamer personality, right? That sort of thing, like. That sort of thing, like, you're not. These small details are very not what people pay attention to, dog. I really promise you. You know, it makes it feel weird talking about someone streaming in someone else's chat. No, it's fine. This is a topic. This is actually a topic I like talking the most about, to be real with you. Like, these sort of things where people are interested in doing XYZ. That's what, like, I just want to, like, don't overthink it. Anything in life. GGs, you want to have thoughts? I mean, I'm not very concerned about matchup stuff right now, to be real with you, Juice. My main issue, I'll tell you right now, is just not second guessing myself on execution. That's why I've been focused on the combo aspects, right? Like, we could talk about neutral and matchup stuff and all that jazz, but if I'm second guessing myself on what I'm doing because I'm just not confident on my approach, it's like I don't really have much to say. Wasn't saying matchup stuff at all. Well, in that case, then I'll tell you my issue is just second guessing myself. Like, I'm aware, and that's why I've been in these minds in that sense, right? Like, I just want to focus on this execution, and like I had the idea of what I needed to be doing, and in the sense of I wanted to like do the dash C's. I just didn't execute. The main barrier that I have right now, I'll tell you right now, is just execution. Like, I had the right ideas at times. If I see the shield, I saw the shield, I tried to bait it like that. If I saw you trying to bait out a mashup, I tried to take the space. Like, these neutral ideas, I have ideas of what I need to be doing. My main barrier right now is the execution thereof, which is why I'm not very concerned about matchup stuff. It's just, I'm at a point where I just need to practice my execution, right? I think I have the idea of what I need to be doing. Like, that sort of thing. It's like doing this like the next step is like I need to like just play it out, but like I'm in like a grindy stage, so to speak, right? Like hitting that in the middle of a combo and then approaching that neutral. Like the neutral is like the next step to approach on this, but like half of my experience right now is just guessing what I need to be doing, right? I'm a yapper on stream, but I'm pretty relaxed in person, yep. It's just, you know, like the main thing I'm just seeing for myself is just not guessing my stuff. If I know you're jumping, I need to be doing this, or like, you know, I started adapting the 2FF at certain points. I was just sending the option select because I had a good read on the timing. So whether that was a jump or a mash, this timing was an okay option select. It could have been punished, obviously, but that's fine. But like in that sense, it was just like second guess. Like I was in that moment of this dude's gonna jump at this point, or you know, this dude's gonna set up a Kuga, like a delayed Kuga. So that was like the perfect time to 4-2-1, but I didn't execute. Like, it's unfortunate to say, but I'm at that stage of execution, and that's just kind of what I want to grind. These general ideas are in my head, though. I guess it's like the main thing I want to say here. Early sleep for me, so enjoy your Yuzu-tastic sheep night. Thank you, Rise. You have a good night yourself. Sleep well, Rise. Yep, thanks, I won't. Amazing. I'm just in these minds, like, yeah, well, like, the difference between this character and Wagner in execution is that Wagner's basic execution will at least get me, like, I know my combos were not optimal, but I had the right idea, and I didn't really have to think too hard about execution as Waggy. Partially because the matchup was in my favor, right? So I really just hit the 6B button in the matchup. This matchup doesn't feel like it would be good for Linne either, if played properly by the Yuzu, but even then, the amount of like thinking I'm doing on Yuzu to like properly like handle these things, and like another thing that I was getting caught on was like the angling of these moves, right? Like 2-3-6A is not the same as 6A. Like you see, like it's a little higher. I'm like thinking a little too hard on this sort of thing to like try and catch it. And then 6B as well for like when you're trying to hold it out. Linne's a demon. She's favored. Oh, she's favored in that matchup. Okay, so then like the way that I approached it, then I think where I'm not just overextending. Like the main thing I noticed with overextending and like I was a bit too passive, obviously, because I was overthinking. But I think the approach of like not just like spamming 2-3-6, 2-3-6, 2-3-6 at you was the right call, because you tried it once, right? Where you saw me do the jump predicting the 2-3-6, so you just try to run under me to get me. And if I wasn't hitting, yeah, like if I wasn't hitting, like if I whiff this and I don't get the 4-2-1 because it whiffs, the idea was there. So I had like that second, like that layer 2 elbow sort of thing, right? Like the ideas are there, even if like that wasn't the best way to execute it. I'm just in that frustrating state of I need to work on my execution. Like I'm sorry, but I don't really have much to say otherwise, right? Like, yeah, I need to grind. That's I'm not in the discussion phase, right? It's just grind more forehead. Once I get like the baseline of competency, like I said before, right, of like being able to hold my own is the current goal. I'm not too worried about the matchup stuff otherwise. Or I know it's not the matchup, just the advice. The main issue of just practice forehead is not really advice worthy, right? It's just practice forehead. Because like we could talk about it, like you said, the end goal is where I should be doing like 4-2-1 shenanigans. I need to be like doing 4-2-1s in the air, 4-2-1s, like, yeah, like go crazy, and then if I get the hit, I need to also like, you know, be willing to go crazy with that. Like I have that idea in my head. The issue isn't the lack of the idea, it's the issue is the execution is not there yet. I'm sorry. Like the execution not being there is annoying, but like I really wish it was just a lack of knowledge part, but no, grinding execution is annoying and it's gonna take time. I don't have much to say. I've seen the end game of Yuzu, but the end game of Yuzu isn't knowledge, it's practice, right? That's kind of what the appeal of it. She's gonna have an execution barrier. I have the idea of what it needs to be, and I certainly could have at least tried to approach it in the matchup more. Like I definitely could have approached it better more. Like I didn't like the first half of it. Like whatchamacallit? Like that first half of the matches, I was kind of deer in the headlights, I'll admit, like just kind of like staring, and like towards the second half, I tried to force myself to do this more, just to take space, right? But like, just because I know that I need to be doing 4-2-1 doesn't mean I didn't accidentally do this a couple of times, whipping my 4-2-1, right? That sort of idea. It's just, it all comes down to execution, it really is. The idea is there. I could hold stance, sure. Like, we could talk about the stance thing again, right? The stance holding, and that we wanted to do this to hold it, but like, I'm gonna be real. I don't care about stance right now when I'm worried. When I'm worried about just interacting. I don't think you have any idea of how she plays. It's like execution, more game plan. I was gonna say was, why were you not zoning me out? The zoning out. Here's the point of reference then. The point of reference that we had for this was that, for this, is that we had this set sent to us from Loltaunt. Oh, where the hell is it? The Loltaunt set that was sent was, whatchamacallit, it wasn't necessarily scrapping, but like the zoning out as well. The reason why I wasn't too focused on zoning was just I wanted to see the movement, right? Like, sure, we can say movement, but every time it was like, sure, we could try zoning, right? In like this sense of 236, 236, but it's execution. I know it's zoning, right? I know it's zoning, and I got a little scrappy, but like, it's less about why didn't you zone, it was more you dash blocked in my face, and by the time I recognized you were dash blocking as your game plan, I was already in a bad zone. Like, the idea of being a 236, like trying to 236 out, is fine, but when I see you trying to like, my general idea is if I see you trying to gamble on like me doing a 236 in the jump air and I'm just go to that layer 2, that's my general idea. I see you already trying to counterplay it, and or if you do that dash block, I just boomered. I just boomered, right? I just boomered. Like, that's what I mean. I boomered. Like, you got in my face and I messed up. This is, yeah. Yeah, it's like all execution and zoning patterns. Like, the zoning pattern is I recognize that you were dash blocking on me, and but recognizing the dash block and the execution to hold that off is exactly what I'm saying, right? Like, I recognize that you were dash blocking to get in on me, so the idea was that I should have tried to stop you. But my execution was a little too boomer slow for my current skill level, right? Like, if I see someone dash blocking, I need to like take that space. I need to back up. I recognize this game plan. Yes, I do recognize that. My issue is like the intent of that execution is like doing that preemptively and being fast enough is an experience difference, right? It's a zoning pattern that I need to get experienced at. But as it stands, if a Linne is right here in my face and I let a 236 rip, that's basically trolling, right? the idea is that I need to keep you at this, or like at this range, so I can zone you out. I agree. Yes, this is the layer 1 game plan. But as it stands, I failed at that. I failed at that. Whatchamacallit? Like I failed at that. Keeping you out. And like, okay, I'm sorry. Like I'm new to this. But like, here's the thing about zoning as well. If I try and zone you from this distance, I'm screwed. I have to, unfortunately, this is a disadvantaged spot for Yuzu, obviously, because their normals are not the same. It is a decision to call out exactly backdash. This is kind of why I say Yuzu and Wald don't teach you uni. They're playing their own games. In Yuzu's case, it's all execution of basic fighting game zoning patterns. In Wald's case, it's extremely unorthodox punishes. Like, yeah, the zoning pattern that I need to do is also something I need to learn. Like, I recognize that you were trying to like backdash. I recognize that, but like the actual idea to properly execute that is what I'm learning. Like, the level of knowledge for this, yeah, is different. Uni has no sheep equivalent, no, not that I'm aware of. Greg forsakes his low tier sheep for Yuzu. If you're calling sheep low tier, you're getting trolled by playlist or tier lists at this point. I think Anila is still undervalued. She's just different. I played for my battle pass today and I had an X-Gram rip 4 DPs in my face and block. Maybe Greg got a point. Silly. I'm getting trolled. But like, you could say just zoned forehead. Like the game, like if we're to talk an ideal game state, the way that I should approach it is that I keep you zoned out while you try and while I try and find an opening, maybe do some like 4-2-1s, do some 4-2-1s maybe to like mess you up and then get back to my ideal spacing. Yes, I agree. I didn't execute because I'm a boomer, man. It's not knowledge, it's the execution to keep you out of my face is rough, and the issue is I'm not ideal at calling that out, even with that knowledge of I'm trying to zone you out. There were some times I got a little too close, I'll admit, but that's also what I mean by like knowledge of spacing. That's why I'm getting this is why I'm getting like a little aggravated. Like I really wish it was just like the lack of knowledge on like, yeah, she has long range pokes against long range poke woman against someone that has short blade trying to farm grid. I should be holding the neutral advantage. Yes, I understand that game state and that's what I should be doing. Yes, there were times I was over aggressive, right? There were times I was over aggressive on it and I should have tried to back up a bit more. But at the same time, when you did like properly get in, I don't think saying just zone forehead when you're in your optimal range is what I could do. And because I let you get in your optimal range, multiple times, I didn't get money, I didn't enforce zoning well, right? Like, but the issue with like enforcing zoning is that I wasn't good at the zoning patterns. Like you were on top of like this 236, like this 236, you tried to call that out and you did call it out. That sort of, I never said forehead or anything. I'm not sure why you're getting so frustrated, but okay, man, you do you, brother. It is just, I'm getting frustrated because it is mostly not the knowledge that is holding me back on this. Even with the knowledge of the game state, the reason I am getting upset and the reason why I have not tried, I'm in the minds of execution so to say, is that when I'm playing this match right now, I'm still at the point where I'm second guessing what needs to be done at certain spaces to call you out on certain things. And because I am second guessing myself, that gives you basically ample time to get in my face. And then just saying, why don't you just zone, pisses me off because I am aware that is the game state I should be reaching. That is the point I need to reach. Yes, that is the point I need to reach. I agree with you on that. I need to zone. She's in this matchup. I need to keep you out. I sucked, but I am saying the keep out didn't come from a lack of knowledge of needing to know the zone. It's the exact opposite. It's just the exact opposite. It's the exact opposite reason, and that's what pisses me off in this. It's like, yes, I am aware you can't just zone unless you have a life lead. Like, you can't just zone on the life lead. There's like understanding these game states is not my issue. It's just the execution to hold that game state. The execution to hold that game state is my issue, and that's why I'm getting upset. Okay, we're in two different stages of like where I am at in the character experience, and that's why I don't really want to like. That's why I really haven't pursued it. Like that, the reason why I've been in these these execution things is like I am at the stage. I'm at a different stage of what needs to be addressed if we're going off of like the building blocks of a character, right? Like if we're doing the building blocks of a character, I am not concerned about like the neutral state, like so much the neutral state and so much of like what needs to be done for character to character, or in this case for Yuzu versus Linne, long range woman, short range woman. I need to be worried about here where when I'm struggling down here of what do I even need to do to achieve that state? Like that's why I'm frustrated. Like I'm learning how to jab down here, and we're talking about like neutral, like what's the next step up here. If I'm struggling up here and I don't have that baseline to work with because I'm still like practicing, like we could talk about the next step too, but like just saying why didn't you try to zone, that set me over the edge. I am aware that I need the zone. I'm not completely new in that sense. That's what's like, yes, she's a long range character. I need to zone the short range stabby woman. Yes, I understand that much, but that's if I'm struggling with this building block here, this building block is not what I'm too worried about addressing yet. But then just like patronizing, like I know it wasn't intentionally meant to patronize in that sense, but seriously, it just set me off. It just set me off. Like learning how to jab, like if you're picking up boxing, you're learning how to jab before you worry about your opponent in the ring. If you're picking up anything, I put a great value on fundamentals in the sense of I need to not second guess myself. And if I'm second guessing myself, the talk about ideal game state does not matter to me as much, and I'm just thrown for a loop. So I'm sorry for getting upset at you. I took that a bit too personally, but at the end of the day, I want to focus on this building block first before I worry about that next step. So that is why I am focused on just getting this execution done. I'm just repeating myself. So y'all get the point. Yuzu doesn't care about cycle. As a Hilda player, soon to be X, I'm just trying to get the zone forehead myself. Like, I don't even know how the fundamentals are, let alone how to practice them. It is just, I have an idea of what I need to do to improve as a player, and how this, like, there are steps to improve as a player, right? I have done this process of improving multiple times, and you can't skip steps. You can't skip steps. Like, I'll give you a Counter-Strike example. Counter-Strike examples, learning smoke lineups, learning how to handle certain types of peaks, learning how to approach a bomb site as a T, or how to hold a bomb site as CT, all doesn't matter if your aim sucks, right? If your aim sucks, you can learn about these things and it'll be fine. But just like saying, oh, like getting the advice of, oh, as terrorist, you need to attack the bomb site. It's gonna set me off, okay? I think that is a bit patronizing at the same time. I have skipped every single step with Mika, and I mashed non-step with a few B&Bs. I am very methodical in that sense that the way I approach new games is very methodical, and I highly value these building blocks, right? Like, in Counter-Strike, you learn how to aim, you go aim practice for a bit. In like Marvel Rivals, you'll find like you get a baseline for what each role does. Strategists are not tanks, are not duelists, or whatever they're called. DPS, tank, and support all have very different roles. But talking about ult management, like talking about ult management when you're like looking at the abilities of characters, like I can give multiple examples, man. I can give multiple examples. I ain't got much else. Greg accidentally ulted and is apologizing. W. Yeah. I read in a very high level chat once that Mika can zone with 5BB. I've got to zone harder. 5BB, the rocket and the rocket and. I don't know. Cap is a DPS and the tank and Stretchy. Stretchy Man is a tank and a DPS. Yeah, you got the exceptions as well, right? Then you got like the unique characters where they fill multiple roles. But the TLDR, I hate Cap. Yeah, I hate Captain America too. It's a great trap in general against the Mika player. Against the Mika player? Yeah, you lost me on that. It's a great trap in general, though. You lost me on that. I arguably hate stretchy censored Greg for its sake. I hate stretchy censored for Greg's sake. 5B is a kind of sad button, that's all. I guess. I wasn't too impressed by it. Is that the dive that hits low? No, that's 6-6B. That is like that's the explodey arm move. That is the explodey arm move. You are midair. That should. Your feet are not touching the ground. It should be an overhead. Yeah, for half a second, then she slides on you. Oh wait, we're not doing that throw combo. That was the combo that was whack. That one is the one that goes crazy. It used to be a mid, then a low. It's just like how Hilda's J236 is a mid. It drives me nuts. The J236? Oh yeah, the that thing. I always get tricked by the lows with the character's jumps. I think the most like that dash, dash, the phone on dash or whatever it is. Always get tricked by the lows. Like the phone on dash is the thing that like messes me up, where it goes like low then high or whatever it was. What was it specifically? Let's look it up. No jumping moves, should be mid or low. The phone on one is an overhead if held, I think, just to make it worse. Oh. It's a mid then high. Oh, mid then high. Oopsie. Yeah, if you have to jump to perform an attack, it should be an overhead. How are you overheading me from the floor? I'm chopping you in the face. This is the 6-6C, right? 6-6B. So you have to like, wait, what's a cancel then? SP or an EX move? Gotcha. Visual code in Uni is just muddled in general. There are some things that get a little annoying. Shit. So many characters that are low profiles are so ambiguous, and there's so many moves that hit mid or low but show the character jumping, or just literal jumping attacks. It's just, honestly, it's like one of those weird ones you have to get used to. You want to see a funny one of that hit point? Let me show you a funny example of that. Byakuya. I think Byakuya has like a good example of that. Okay. I'm getting distracted, sorry. I should probably end it soon anyway. Let me, wait, no, not this tutorial. We wanted to do training, free training, this. There we go. Let me show you Byakuya. Let me show you Byakuya, as it's so ridiculous. Byakuya is the crouching increased overhead on top of the other classic teleport stuff. Yeah, like this move, right? Or is it 3C? Yeah. this is what's it called? Yeah, crouching. Here, we'll do crouching guard. Yeah. Like, or 3C, so that's considered a mid, right? But then that's an overhead. That's an overhead. By the way, I know it's slow as hell. What do you mean overhead? That's what I'm saying. What do you mean that's an overhead? Byakuya has the crowd. Yeah, I despise Ogre 66B and 66C and 2148. No longer low and increased, not increasing Uni 2, thank God. Ugh. It's ridiculous. And then, yeah, then you have like, is it the sick? What is it? What is the move he does that is like the? Let me look it up. Byakuya. I think it's the. Oh crap! What is it? Not B, not C. Oh, it's his force function. Yeah, the force function.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that force function is still the same, but like it throws you off. Like that, yeah. That is. This makes more sense to me as an overhead, but like, yeah, doing it for like back here, right? Like you see, it's considered the overhead, but like you see where the nails are crossing. It's like in the middle towards her like feet if you like space it out. But that's considered the overhead, right? That throws me off as well, that he can like enforce it from back there. I think about it too late. I get hit by that, I just missed the attack part, I'm like, oh, just a web. Yeah, it's just a web, right? This is like the move name is called, I'll plant it somewhere over here, just kidding. Yeah, just kidding. Can I hold it? You can hold it even. And then you can like do it like, yeah, you could like do it all the way back here. Like right about here, right? Or right about here, you can do it. An overhead from this far back. I don't know if you can enforce anything off of it, but it definitely like throws me off. Yeah, it's like, technically it's an attack that hits from where? Right there. Now, I'll give credit. I don't know if he gets a good conversion off of this, but, like, how much is that on Oki? 54? I don't know if he could do, like, a web off of that. Maybe. I don't know. What's the timing for his web? Wait, where is it? You're almost ready to eat? No. You want to see a far overhead? Do full screen, phone on, 22C. Oh, send it. What do we got? Anyone here play type Lumina? I do not. Is it good? I've heard good things about it. Oh yeah, this thing. Oh, wait, I don't have meter. Oh. Yeah, but like, the full screen of this. I've heard good things about it. I think I had a rough start, but then they picked it up from what I understand. I hate multi-shield mechanics, but they're your cup of tea, so be it. Yeah, I guess the main thing is the testing the, that. Do they have an entire cast of zoners? I think your standard of zoning is way too overtuned, to be honest with you. I feel like you're just not gonna like 90% of characters by your own standard. El Clasico. No, but the cast is similar to Uni range-wise. Sure. Yeah, sure. By that definition, yes, you got it. There's a lot of interesting things, like 22C. Boom. It's just full screen though, full screen overhead. Good luck. Wait, can we show it on block? Show it on block. I know it's like, yeah, it's pretty easy to react to, but just enforcing it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny, catch you lacking. Just in case you thought I couldn't catch you blocking. Oh, that's so silly. That's so silly. I lost my train of thought. I was gonna say something. Did you know this game has DP inputs? No way. No way. We love doing DPs. Do you know this game has reverse DP inputs? Yeah, let me show you a reverse DP. Check the side input reader. You like that reverse DP? Amazing, 10 out of 10. But yeah, I ain't got much else to say tonight. I'm probably just gonna send it over now. I'm just gonna send it over. Me likey, smile, indeed. Me likey. Night, Greg. Yeah, thank you for everyone that dropped by tonight. We're gonna find a stream for us to raid. Let me refresh it, make sure we got people in the chat. Give me those sweet raid points, for show. Oh, the Razor Fur person's back. Okay, we'll do Razor Fur. They were cool before. I've lurked some of their streams. But anyway, thank you for everyone that came out tonight. I'll be back on maybe Saturday, if not. Saturday's gonna have my local, so I don't know. But we'll come back to it either way on Monday, guaranteed. Maybe a late Saturday, depending on how the local goes. If not, no worries. We all have fun. Thank you for everyone that chatted today. Thank you everyone for lurked, everyone that fought with me, chatted, talked, etc., etc. I love you all. Y'all have a great night. I'll hopefully catch you soon. If not, no worries. Peace. 1, 2, 3, Twitch.
Because they literally just asked Bryce, you come in the caps.
Oh, I missed that message.
No, they literally typed